Alright, hello gamers, welcome back to the show. I am your charming self-proclaimed yet still humble host, Mukluk. Today, we are back in the wonderful world of Guild Wars 2. And I just realized, am I on the correct server? I'm not! Flashbang. Here we go. Hang on a sec, I'm hopping over to EU. Give me just a minute. Well, while that's processing, hope you guys are having a good day so far. We have got something a little bit out of the ordinary plan. That's right, it is the first Guild Wars Tuesday of 2026. We got something a little bit out of the ordinary plan today. Some of you may know another creator by the name of Rediche. He is, what is his claim to fame? He is over level 10,000, which is the cap in World versus World, and he likes to do a lot of stuff using Guild Wars 2 Homes. He actually runs a website called GW2Homes where people can upload their Dude, look at this thing. This is amazing. Hang on a second. We're just going to focus on this. You can basically upload or, in some cases, download stuff that other people have made in Guild Wars 2 in their homesteads. So anyone can go on this website and they can upload stuff and they can show it off. And if they check a box saying, I don't mind if people copy this, then what you can do is you can literally just copy the code from their creation into your homestead. And if you have the parts, it'll make it. And it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. So we're going to help Readish, just like in the way that I helped the Blishud team, by basically shining a spotlight on his project. And also, hang on just a second here. Where's my bacon button? I'm using the bacon. All right, it's a little late for it, but oh well. Hang on a second. I am heading back into it. No bacon. I found it. I didn't have any bacon for breakfast. Okay. I was in a rush this morning. I took a shower and I think I like blacked out in the shower, like standing up, and because I got out of there and it was way later than when I went in there, and I'm like, oh crap. So I was inhaling Pop-Tarts for breakfast while I was setting up the stream. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, okay. Your name is Michael. Yes. Hi, Laura. Why is that in all caps? Why are you shocked I have a real name? That my mother did not name me Shu on the way out. Anyway. So, the plan is in about 40 minutes, I'm gonna hop on a call with Red, and we are going to kind of tour the website together, and he's gonna be able to answer questions, and I'm gonna try to make out like a, what is the word I'm looking for? Bullet points, for a video, to basically, you know, plug it. Hold on, Blishud wants to update. We're gonna let Blishud update. Seeing that makes me feel like my homestead looks like a newbie home. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of cool stuff here. It's like, if you go to the website, if I turn off only downloadable, I see all the others. Because there's lots of people that don't want other people to be able to copy what they make. So there's all of these here. Wizard's Floating Sanctuary. Mediterranean style. Leyline Caribbean Resort. Crewy Expedition Outpost. They misspelled crew there. My homestead is just nodes. Same. Mine is just nodes and one weirdly positioned share that for when I was showing Nagura stuff. Yo, look at this one. Inspired by the Lion's Arch Keep from Guild Wars 1, but the current decorations don't quite fit the old architectural style. The deck cap limits the scope of the project. This build is more of an inspired take rather than a true recreation. That's pretty neat. Look at that. And that's all the things you need. Oh my goodness. Haunted Lighthouse. Reddit roller beetle course. For 7 days, I took the top comment on this track's post on Reddit to make the next part of the track. That's an interesting idea. This is the result. Oh gosh, that chunk is weird. They made a crashed boat? But what if it was on fire? Is it possible to do a loop? Roller beetles can't go upside down close enough. Pretty neat. Anyway, yeah, lots of stuff in there. Lots of stuff in there. Looks like a Mario Party, kinda. Dang it, so Blish had updated, and it didn't restart on its own. Hold on, I gotta wake Blish up manually. Ah, man, I thought we were ready for this stream, Blish. Apparently not. There we go. Alright, that should do it. Give him a minute. I literally can't use some of my mounts without Blish. I'm so reliant on it these days. My Wizard's Vault has nothing in it. There we go. Everything's falling apart. What's Daddy Muck doing today in Guild Wars 2? I am going to be meeting up with Rediche to discuss his project for the last few months, which is GW2.Homes. That's a website. And I'm going to be making a video kind of showing how to use it, just like I did with the Blishhead team in their videos. Do you have a door for your homestead? Do I have a door? I mean, I just stepped through the door to get here. What do you mean? What do you mean, do I have a door? Let's see. I'm flabbergasted with such a common name. But I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, I'm white. You're shocked my name's Michael when I'm like an aging white guy? I mean, yeah, my name isn't like Massachusetts or something. I don't know what else to tell you. Your name really isn't Mukluk? No, it's yeah, the cat's out of the bag. I thought his name was Dennis. No, Dennis is a fictional character. No. He's sipping Mardi Gras on a beach somewhere. Why was Chip in a bag? Oh gosh. Would you rather be called Michelangelo? You know, when I was a kid and I watched the Ninja Turtles, part of the reason he was my favorite is we shared part of a name. Also, he was the funny one. Dennis would have been a nice name. I think you should change. You think I should change? Just go down to the courthouse to get a legal name change and been like, Laura on the internet said to. Hey Muck, to your name Michael. Can I ask what pets do you use for open world? Depends on the build. If I'm in my quickness untamed build, which is usually what I'm in for open world, usually just a hawk because it has high damage.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Hemorrhoid Enjoyer.
Thanks for the $1. The way I have been doing it lately is just get max homestead mats from the boxes each week, so when you're ready to decorate, you already have some stocked up. I don't know that I have any mats saved up, so I don't know how much I can build today. Hey, is there any reason behind only PvE dailies in the Wizard's Vault? PvP can be done in single game, and I know you play this mode, thanks. So, Pepsi, the reason is I never really focus on any of the Wizard Vault dailies. It's just whatever I happen to get done without trying just gets done. That's it. I really never put any effort into getting those done. Hey, Muck, how can I use someone else's homestead for mats and stuff? If you go into someone else's homestead, if they've got nodes, like these nodes, you can harvest them. But that's kind of the extent of it. What is that guy's malfunction? I don't know. Yeah, so for those that don't know, there's someone with an anonymous Twitch account who comes in my chat each day and gives a sub to the most disgusting name he can find on the platform and then leaves. He just gives sub, refuses to elaborate, leaves. So I make a couple dollars each day from this guy subjecting me to names like, what was that last one? Hemorrhoid Enjoyer? Things like that. You can change Wizard Vault missions? Yeah. Yeah, you go in here, and... is it the gear? Right here. Click on the gear, and change that to whatever you want. Again, I don't really care. It's just whenever I happen to get a bunch of points, then I turn them in. May I suggest a great alt parking spot? The Tome of Primeval Kings in Desert Highland has 7 chests. I used to have a character there. I found it to be too much trouble. Because there was a lot of running around in there. But yeah, it's a decent one. Respect the commitment to the bit. I will say I did want a boat in my homestead, but I only have half a gallon. Half a galleon? Oh, yeah. I think the anonymous user is a proctologist. I think it's someone that we know well. Like, I'm guessing it's like Charmon or Smashy or Ephley or something on an alt account. That's my theory. Or Neavalar. Muck, hello. Hi, Ring. Muck, I have both of your plushies sitting in their bags so they stay in good condition. Gotta put them in like a glass case or something. I mean, I feel like you can't really appreciate them if they stay in the bag, but if that works for you. Yo, Muck, how have you been? Hi, Vermilion. Let's get that. And boop, boop. Let's see, that one's almost full. Doot, doot. Okay. Alright, now for the parked characters, and then we're done. I've been going back to my lurking roots last month. Wanted to say, hope you and the Muck family are all healed up and feeling better. What's up, Mandersar? I would say, in my case, because my voice was all messed up, I'm like 99% recovered. There's still like twinges occasionally. For example, the other day, I was, yesterday and the day before, I was recording Craftlock episode 6. And when I'm doing Craftlock, this is trust issues. He believes everything else he didn't make is absolute crap. Either he makes it or he breaks it. Like, I do that voice, right? That, like, as deep as I can go car salesman voice. Like, that was the voice I was using for those videos. Just, it was a funny bit, and I've just kept it going. However, when I was sick, I literally physically could not do that voice. So, the day before yesterday, I was recording part of the next video for that series. And after, like, half of the recording, I was like, hey, Noxxi, I gotta take a break. I'm gonna upload this in 2 parts. And then yesterday, I recorded the second half of it. So it's like some goofy voices that used to be very easy for me before I got really sick are now, like, on time limits. And I'm really hoping that's not just, like, a permanent change, but I don't know. I have no idea. Who's that? Gomez, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Welcome. Is there a way we can spend channel points to activate ASMR mode? Oh god. You guys will just have me whispering the whole time. You need a break from straining your throat with those voices. I mean, I was, like, taking a break for weeks. But, anyway. Yeah, my kid got sick from school and brought it home. And it hit me and the wife, but for me, it, like, screwed up my voice really bad. And then that was on top of the fact that I did that 18-hour stream. Because, like, I was just wrecked after that. No more 18-hour stream. Yeah, no, I get it, I get it. I'm not letting Laura make me do that again. Drink cranberry juice? What? I was given a lot of tips from people on how to fix myself, and you're the first to say cranberry juice. Is your kid doing better? I assume since the hospital visit, yes. He's actually enjoying the fact that we called his school gym teacher and said, yo, he had a minor surgery. Please do not let him run or jump for a week. Technically, the doctor said 2 weeks, and that was 2 weeks ago, but I'm a little overprotective about this, so I'm giving him one more. 17-hour stream is the limit. That's right. Yeah, Bluebell, 17 hours, tops. It's like when we, you guys ever see that article? It's like, you know, man dies after eating 56 chicken nuggets, and people in the comment section were like, okay, so 55's the limit. Glad to hear he's got a nice Papa Berry's in good hands. Hopefully. Hopefully. Why only that one mirror? You know the whole thing where, like, you hit the mirror and then you get the charges and you run around to the other chest? I find that incredibly boring. I did it one day for a few hours to get out a guide on the Legendary Rebreather. And I've never done it again since. I'm the kind of person that, unless there's, like, a goal I really, really want and I'm impatient, I am not going to do an activity in a game that I don't find fun if it's not required to progress. The mirrors and then hunting down those other chests, I don't find fun. You need, like, a map or something, or an overlay to find them. So there's a lot of tabbing in and out of the game, and it really takes me out of it. It's great liquid gold for new players. Well, I don't think a new player is going to be in this zone. But you are right, it is great gold, and someone else can do it. I just don't want to do that. I have 6 salts parked at both maps. I log into the mirror, maybe one chest, that's it. Yeah, that's all I do. Like, look, I got 7k gold. I got full legendary, right? I've beaten the game. I don't really need more money. Oh, I get the, my whole thing with my daily routine is getting the most money in the shortest amount of time possible and limit it to like 5 or 10 minutes in the least amount of clicks possible. So I don't really wish to do that bit. I am overflowing on Eternal Ice. We're gonna go to Eye of the North and cash this out. My issue with the mirrors is they seem buggy to me. Same. Yeah, the little minigame thing, it definitely doesn't feel like it was designed to work in Guild Wars 2. It just feels like they're doing the best they can. But yeah, I agree with that. Alright. Trade in our Eternal Ice Shards here. I had less than I thought. I thought it was overflowing. Because I had one character that had some in his bag. Maybe he had an invisible bag or something. Maybe that's why that happened. When's the next update for VOE? Rather than tell you, I'm going to show you how to find out on your own so that you always know in the future. Go to the Wizard's Vault here and go to Special. And that date right there. So 28 days remaining. That will be the 3-month update for the game. Because they update the Wizard Vault Special tab at the same time that they do those big updates. I mean, what will they bring in? Oh, that's why I've had this tab open for 2 months, for whenever this question comes up. Update number 1 will not have new story. It will not have new maps. It will have a new raid encounter with a challenge mode. There will be fashion templates added to the game. Raid and strike update with quick play. So you can somehow use like a quick group finding feature to get in there. 6 new Visions of Eternity exclusive relics. There will not be new masteries. There will be a legendary ring, a new weapon set, and Wizard's Vault seasonal vault refresh. So, if you don't care about strikes and raids, there's honestly not a lot here. There's new relics and some new items. However, I am hopeful that by giving the story people more time to cook, because there's a 6-month break here, by giving them more time to cook, that we're going to have a better story. And I'm okay with that. I am the kind of guy that when a game I want to play gets delayed, I will just be like, well, hopefully it's real good once it gets out, and I'll keep playing a different game, because I can wait. So I'm hoping that just gives them more time to cook something real nice. Cool name, where from? Here is a video on where I got my name. I get asked that from time to time, so I am prepared. I want the ring because I don't want to do World v World. Yeah, the big question is, can you make the ring twice or only once? That is going to be a big thing. Okay, so we got about 15 to 20 minutes before Red shows up. So I don't want to get into anything that's going to take me more time than that. Is there something you are not prepared for? The hospital bill I got for my son's emergency. USA. I'm waiting for Crab Ring because I don't want to grind Elegy Mosaics for Coalescence. That's fine. Again, we don't know what all the Crab Ring is going to take. So it might be worse. How much? Okay, hold on. So my son doesn't want me telling people what it was because it's like it bothers him. So I'm respecting that. So I'm not going to tell you what it was, but I will tell you he was in surgery for 1 hour. Okay? So we used 1 hour of a surgeon's time and the nurses and an anesthesiologist, and then we were there for multiple hours while he slept and recovered. Okay? Pre-insurance, the bill we got was $30,000. That's 30 grand. And for those wondering, no, I do not have 30 grand. I have to laugh because otherwise I cry. I do not have that. So now, you know, we basically, as an American, we send that off to the insurance provider, and we hope and pray for them to cover as much as they will, and then we look at what's remaining. That would have been free here in Australia. Well, y'all have a lot more spiders that like bite you and kill people, but yeah. Not as bad as I was thinking. Wow. That's reasonable for U.S. hospital. God. No regrets. He needed it. Things were extremely bad. But, yeah. It was a punch to the gut in the wallet. Hopefully now you'll be able to recover, right? Gonna need to do more Mutiny Mondays. You forgot to mention the part where the insurance provider does everything in their power to not pay the bill. I have... Let's see. I think one other time in my life, there was a time where we had to deal with an insurance company similar to this. And what that one was, is my wife was in a place to get her oil changed. And she was, like, they directed her to walk to, like, the seating, the sitting area while they worked on her car or something like that. And the floor was wet. Simple thing. There wasn't a wet floor sign. She slipped, fell, friggin' broke her elbow when she hit the ground. And because it happened there and they didn't have the sign, you know, we asked them to pay for the hospital bills for her elbow, which was like, you know, they had to put a metal plate in her elbow. It was bad. Like she can no longer do this on one arm. And our insurance company talked to their insurance company for months before they got that settled. Now, we were kind of lucky because we weren't in the middle. We were not having to really do anything except wait. But it was like months of them talking and arguing with each other before they finally like covered it. So I kind of get it, but this is a different situation. This is just crap happened. We rushed to the hospital when I realized that there was nothing I could do to fix it, and they fixed him up. They did a great job. They were very wonderful with their job, and then, you know, now we got the bill. So there's no one else's fault for this one. This one's just us. Just do 24-hour streams of Chip. It'd just be a lot of him laying in sunbeams. Mike, have you thought about moving to a better country? The world's a scary place right now. It's hard to see what good things are happening in different places because the news just keeps blasting everyone with the negative stuff. I would say, if I, like, you know, moving involves, like, going outside. I'm allergic to outside. That's a half a joke. If I could just magically live somewhere else, as long as there's good internet, my minimum is met. If I want to, you know, above and beyond, what is that country that has, like, the best, like numbers-wise, they have the best performance for, like, education, even though their kids only go to school, like, 3 or 4 hours a day? Is that, like, Norway? It's somewhere in Europe. Like, that jumps out to me. It might be Finland, Denmark? One of those. So, like, that's important to me. Like, obviously, free healthcare would be amazing, but also, like, good education. That's how you get my vote. So if I could, like, magically teleport to and be accepted by the people of one of those areas, that would be my go-to. Don't get me wrong, I love anime, but everybody's going to Japan these days. You could hang out with Laura? I could hang out with Laura, yes. But yeah, any place with good healthcare and, like, good education system. Those are my top 2 things. Move to Finland, you could see Shy Pash. Oh, gosh. You would have to learn Finnish, though. Yeah, that would be rough for me. I don't know any other languages besides English. One hopes that because surgery was 100% required, no issues with insurance, but I think it's fairly standard to owe 20 to 30%, at least it was the end of the year. Yeah, I'm sure by the end, okay, like, I don't know what to expect, but I am guessing that after insurance looks at it, that we're going to have to pay at least like $5 grand or something. And if we can do like a payment plan or something, you know, I can handle that. Like, I don't need to do a GoFundMe or anything like that, but as long as I can break it up into pieces, I can process that over time. But yeah, 30K. Oh my god, that's a kick in the pants. That is a kick in the pants. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Red will be available sometime between now and like 10-15 minutes, so I don't want to be in the middle of something like crazy like strikes or something, so let me just do it like a world boss. Mug, if you speak to the finance department and show your income, they might give you more discounts. My hospital did for me. Interesting. Okay. You could do a subathon if needed. I already stream 55 hours a week. I'm not really sure how I would incorporate more. We just recovered from my voice blowing out. What's this Red we're talking about? Rediche. I guess there is a Guild Wars 2 content creator whose name is just Red, but I haven't heard from him in years, so I don't know if he's active. Someone also mentioned getting the itemized receipts. We already got the itemized receipt. Anesthesia, $4,000. Like, oh man, maybe he could have just muscled through the pain. I'm kidding. Well, Excel chips feet pics. My cat's feet. What is it, just like the beans? It's the beans, but it's got like that mosaic over, so it's kind of blurred out. The beans, yes. The beans. Hospitals do reduce bills frequently when you do financial aid. We did that with our first kid. Only beans? Bean fakes. You know, I'm reminded, where is... Do any of you remember when I played Kena, Bridge of Spirits? And they sent me a bunch of cool swag, and we gave out cool swag to you guys. And I remember one of the things they gave me was this thing, which is a character from their game called a Rot. And it is this little dude that follows you. And they sent me a plushie of him. Oh, hang on a sec. He's got a leaf on his head. And I was very surprised that the plushie had beans. Excellent design choice, honestly. But yeah, we gave out a few of these out of the past. So you guys all freaking out over beans makes me think of this little dude. Let me put him back on the shelf over here. My aunt and mother-in-law both worked at a local hospital in billing. They always worked with people on bills and frequently reduced the cost. That's awesome. I wish the bill didn't start at 30K in the first place. like, yo, the doctors, the nurses, everyone we met there was awesome, and they made my kid feel comfortable in like one of the worst times of his life, and they did their job, and they fixed my boy. I am very appreciative for their, like how well they acted, as well as their skill and what they did. At the same time, $30,000 for an hour? like, what do you, I can't. Like, come on. Like, yes, I wish I could, you know, tip you and all this stuff. That's a lot. Could you be less nice for us to charge us less? Yeah, I know. It's freaking crazy. Hey, Muck. Hey, Eisen, what's up, man? Muck, we have to have the largest military budget. That can't pass an audit instead of healthcare for the people. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. And what's that one news story of like the what is it? I don't even remember what it said. There's a state in the United States, and they just found out that there's like 30 daycare centers there that are getting government funding, and there's no kids in them or something. And it's all like some like massive multi-million-dollar scam. That's been a recent thing on the news. Like, the governor just resigned. He's like, oh, shoot, I got caught. A lot of those hard-to-see red circles there. Tens of billions. Also the Venezuela thing. Oh, yeah. I'm a cardiac sonographer. Frequently go into the NICU. Got to asking the nurses how much it costs per day in the NICU before insurance. They said it was upwards of $65K a day. $65K a day. That's crazy. My parents were able to pay off having me after years. They stopped sending bills for my sister because it was approaching $1 million. What? Wow. When we had Gabe, I don't recall us getting saddled with some massive, unrealistic hospital bill. I think we had better insurance then, though, so maybe that's why. Because at that time, I was working tech support. So I had whatever, you know, insurance we had through the company I worked for. Now we've got the same kind of insurance that you have when you basically don't have a job, because I don't get insurance through streaming on Twitch, you know? Oh man, Spirit of Nature there. USA and money scary. Yeah, yep. What's the fastest way to level masteries in VOE? Fastest? Okay, fastest is getting a group doing riffs. And just grind riffs non-stop for a few hours. It's boring, but that's the answer to your question. If you're ever in an accident and need to be airlifted to a hospital, the cost is a short flight. Yeah. If you ever need like an airlift in a helicopter, or if you ever need an ambulance, it's very expensive. The daycare thing is propaganda. I have no idea. I only know what I've seen on the news. I think that's the same with most of same thing for most of us. I would say, okay, like, I'm not involved and I'm far away, right? So all I know is just what I see other people saying online. I will say, because the governor or whatever resigned, I'm inclined to believe it was real in some way, because if it wasn't real, why would he do that? That's how my brain works. That said, it's just an inkling. I don't have any stake in the matter, so I'm not going to argue this very much. But why would someone resign if it's all just like, you know, a fake YouTube video thing?
Now you only owe $29,990.
Thank you! Yes! I'm sending that straight over to the hospital. Appreciate that. He didn't resign. Oh, he didn't? That's what I heard. What was it? He didn't pursue re-election. Okay, was he going to beforehand? Like, did he change his plans as a result of this? Yes, he was. Okay, then I still think that's sus. If he was planning to try to get reelected, and then he canceled that because of this, I still think that's sus. That said, that doesn't mean he's guilty of anything, but that might, you know, mean that it happened. Spirit of nature. Anyway, I only know what I've seen on, like, news and Twitter and stuff like that, so. That is a lot of red circles. That is a lot of down people. Mike, ready when you are. What's up, Red? Hang on just a second. Red, are you... hang on, let me just... I'll call him up. Hang on, one sec. Start voice call. Oh, wait. I gotta do it from the streaming computer. I'm stupid. Hold on. Still new to having a 2-computer setup. Okay, now it's hooked up to my microphone. Hello?
Hello there.
What's up? Are you streaming also?
I am not streaming today, no.
Oh, okay. I was gonna offer to, like, merge the streams and all that, but I guess that's a non-issue.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. What time is it over there?
It's like 5 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad. It didn't wake you up in the middle of the night or something.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. Well, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. What about yourself?
I'm all right. It's 10:55 a.m. over here, so, you know, I just woke up.
Great. I mean, I just had a full day of work and everything. Yay.
I'm just getting started on mine. Who is it? All right, so chat. This is Readish. Am I saying that right? You have the weird characters on your name.
Yeah, it's Readish.
It's Readish. This is Red.
Yes.
Say hi to Red, everyone.
Yeah, call me Red. It's the easiest.
So Red is known for a few things. In my mind, you are known for being level 10,000 in World vs. World.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah.
And
I mean, that's what most people know me for.
Yeah, and then now the GW2Homes thing. That is quite the jump, going from one of the most like violent game modes to the most cozy game mode.
Well, I mean, there's much more than just GW2Homes. Like, I mean, you probably went to the event timer page on the wiki. I mean, if you scroll to the bottom there's a trivia section, and it somehow mentions my name. So I've done more than just GW2Homes, but yeah, like, I mean, Well Be Well was the whole streaming thing, and now it's just more and more websites. I have like a whole bunch at this point, but GW2Homes is the latest, and it's like a nice little community we're building.
That is awesome. All right, so I apologize if I downplayed any of your accomplishments. I was rattling off the things I knew about. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Like, I mean, I'm mostly just a person behind the scenes kind of person.
Gotcha. Well, what I am going to do now is I'm going to pull up... Well, actually, I already had it. I was talking about this earlier. I've got your website open on my stream.
Yes.
And I have... Okay, so we got GW2.Homes. So...
Exactly.
We've already browsed this a little bit earlier, but in your own words, what is the purpose of this website?
It is... Like, I think when I first started sharing it with people, like the idea and whatnot, I think I just called it like Instagram for homesteads. Like a place where you can go, you can just click on like a feed, and then you can just scroll through homesteads and just see crazy stuff. That's basically, I think that's the best way to describe it. Like super easily. And I mean, then Visions of Eternity came around, or at least they announced like, there's going to be layout files and whatnot. And it was just like, we need to jump on that. We need to be there. We need to be part of it. And I'm going to make the best experience to share them. So I think that is also what differentiates it a bit, because GW2Homes is just about posting them, sharing them with each other, and building a community around it. But there's a whole bunch of other people doing crazy things with these layout files, like tools to build homesteads more efficiently, which is a whole other can of worms. So GW2Homes is just the place when you want to find a cool website or like a cool homestead, and when you want to share your own with the world, kind of.
Awesome. So I am looking on here. So from my new eyes looking at this, yeah, there is like, you know, I can browse the houses and I can just like look at pictures and stuff like that. And then there is the, you know, the option to copy them. So
yes.
If I want to do that, shoot, I was there earlier and I'm trying to figure out how I get back there. I'm looking for that button that lets me, oh, is it explore other homesteads? Oh, do I have to join? Earlier I was looking at some, and there was a checkbox for show me downloadable, and I'm trying to figure out how to get back to that.
Click the search button up in the top, and then you click the advanced search in the pop-up. We should probably just change. There's like a search icon.
Okay. And
there
check
we go, yeah.
Only downloadable. Okay.
That's good feedback. We'll remove the pop-up and just go to straight to advanced search in the future.
Okay, so we got one here that looks like Steamboat Willie. This is beautiful. Okay, so I've clicked on this guy. And let's see. So it's got like a little thing here. There's views, 2,000 decorations, 102 downloads, 0 comments. Welcome aboard okay, so there's like a little blurb written by the author. There's a little YouTube video. Is if someone wants to upload their creation to this website, is like a video just like optional?
Video is optional, and we currently only support YouTube videos, but I mean, I'm open to adding Vimeo or whatever else people might have where they want to upload their videos. But yeah, completely optional. The only requirements is a title, something in the description, and at least one picture. That's everything that's required. You don't even have to upload the layout file either. That's also optional. And if you do upload the layout file, we can automatically identify what map is it, what decorations are in it. but you don't have to allow others to actually download it. That's why we have that thing in the search saying it's downloadable, because not all are, and not everyone wants to allow people to download their homesteads. I want this to be a place where people can just really go share everything and not worry about it. And I know some people would like to keep their homesteads private,
right,
while sharing them.
So if I... Oh, you know what? I just had another thought. Let me go back. Can I search? Oh, perfect. I can search by Homestead. So let's see. I'm going to search by downloadable Hearth's Glow. Search. And now up until this point, I have not been a decorator. I use my Homestead every day for those nodes and that juicy daily income. But I have not done much in the way of building. So, if I were to go to one of these files and try to download it, would it do that thing we saw in that one broadcast from ArenaNet where it tells me like what I'm missing?
I'm actually not sure if the game will tell you what you're missing, but it will definitely tell you you are missing something if you try to load it into the game.
I'd like to try. So let me try going through the process of hooking one of these up, and let's just see what happens. Because we're going to get asked.
Yes.
So I'm on the Haunted Lighthouse page currently. I picked one that was in Hearthsglow. And I'm going to click download. And I have no idea what this is doing. All right. So we have got a file here. Let me go to my downloads. That looks like Microsoft Edge or something. Okay, so I've got this file that I just downloaded. What do I do with it?
You take it into your Homestead
An
directory.
anonymous user
if you try to go
gifted
to
a
your
tier 1
Homestead
sub to
in-game, I
Poofin
can
for
show you
Jesus.
how to... where to find where that location is on your computer. Because it can be different from person to person.
Okay, so I'm guessing I need to go to where Guild Wars 2 is installed. So...
I actually think it's in a documents folder. That's why I think just try to go to the game and go to your Homestead, because I'll show you a cool trick.
Okay, so go into my actual Homestead?
Yes.
Okay, I am loading into there right now. Okay, I'm in.
Okay, so if you go up to the cog in the top right, next to where it says MuklukYoutube Homestead.
Done.
And then you go to the load save layout.
Okay.
Like the last one of them, yeah. So in that, you'll see it says decoration layouts are stored on your computer. If you hover over that, it's going to tell you the exact location on your computer.
Oh god, it's in OneDrive.
Right.
Ew. Ew.
See, that's why I told you. It's probably different from person to person.
Why is it there?
I mean, I use GW2 Launcher, so for me, it's like in a random weird-ass folder.
Yeah, I use
somewhere.
the standalone client.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where you would put the file. And that's also, if you save your own layouts, that's where you will find them.
Okay.
Gotta love Windows.
Fine. Hold on. I'm not... Oh, God. Documents.
Oh my god.
Guild Wars. Yeah. I had no idea this was getting used. Guild Wars 2/Homesteads. All right. I have navigated to the folder, and so now I just copy the lighthouse thing into this folder.
Yes.
Okay. So it is done. It's in there.
In-game, you might have to just close the load save layout window and just open it again.
And there it is. Okay. Now, we're fully expecting this to not work, but I'm not sure how it's going to not work. So, just so we can see better, I'm going to go talk to Deft here and change the sky. Got these old man eyes here. There we go. Okay. So, load layout, Haunted Lighthouse, load selected. This will remove all decoration. I think I have one. I think I have a chair. 253 of 260 decorations will not be placed because not enough copies are unlocked. View missing decorations. I love it! Okay, so this is fantastic. Now, can I get this screen back later? Let's see. Load selected. Yes. Continue. Oh, that was crazy. I saw like a flash of the lighthouse in the distance, and then it disappeared. Oh, wow, dude. There is so much stuff in here I didn't realize was decorations. Like all the grass and shrubs and like little stone wall. And it just all of a sudden, like, it's barren.
And I mean, honestly, it's even more if you go to the new Homestead, because they built the whole house as decorations. So you can literally tear the whole thing down.
I remember that. I recently did a stream with a World of Warcraft creator named Nagura, and she was really into housing and was asking me questions about it. And to try to demonstrate how many pieces were there, I took her to that homestead of mine, and I just like bisected the whole boathouse, and I was like, "See that? Those are all parts."
You just go into decoration mode next time and just do the whole X-ray vision. That's great because it really shows how much stuff is there.
All right, so if I wanted to make more of this, hang on a sec. See, view missing decorations. Can I just like keep this open? Let me see. I'm testing the limits of this. So like, for example, I have no idea if I have the mats to make any of this. I'm just going to see if I can make mossy pillar. I can. Okay, so I need 59 of them. What do I need? Bag of mortar. Where do I get bag of mortar? Purchased from master scribes. Well, that's not nearby. So I need 59 bag of mortar. Wiki bag of mortar. Okay. Wait, Def Lahar sells this? Oh, that makes this easier. Okay. One sec. All right, let me go over to this guy. There it is. Okay. Just buy like 100 of those. Okay. So let me go over here. So it looks like the main thing here is mossy pillars. So I'm going to make 59 mossy pillars. And then I'm going to try to load this again, and we're going to see if they like snap into place. That's what I want to see. I'm lucky I had some Homestead fibers ready to go because I did not prepare those.
Yeah, that's kind of like the big farm for a lot of people. Like, even if you don't want to build homesteads right now, you should probably do that weekly.
Yeah, I was doing it for a while. Which legendary was it? Was it Clobjorn? Was it Clobjorn that required that stuff? I think I was doing that each day for spears, and then kind of forgot about it. Okay, so I have made 59 pillars. Now, as someone who is not doing homestead decorating on the regular, I believe they don't go in my bag, right? They just go into like my collection of homestead stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have it unlocked now, yeah.
All right. So you're like, oh man, I didn't expect the newbie questions.
No, it's all good. Like, honestly, I gotta say the super scandalous thing. I've barely been building my own homestead because I've been building the website.
You got other people to build it for you.
Yeah, exactly. Now I do, at least.
Continue. Okay. Oh, that was so cool. So yeah, so we just saw the whole lighthouse get constructed, and then the parts I didn't have disappeared. So here, I don't know if you're watching the stream right now. So now we can see the pieces that I do have snapped into place.
This is actually a really cool technique to like get like the X-ray of like the different techniques used. Because I mean, this is a super cool thing, and like the fact that they're using the mossy pillar upside down is great. I think that was also the one used for the Hobbit home. It was like posted almost immediately after Homesteading came out last year. Well, 2 years ago, sorry.
Let's see. Wait, am I spelling it right? Elig. Why don't I have this recipe? Elegant square pillar.
That might be something you need to unlock. Some decorations have unlocks with certain festivals or vendors. It could also be it's at Def Lahar in terms of one of those you can buy from Karma or do achievements for.
Let's see. Let's test this out. So go into the wiki page for Elegant Square Pillar. They're made by scribes.
You might want to... There might be a wiki page that says handiwork after it. Like it's probably linked in the top,
you are
actually.
right.
Yeah.
I see it. Okay, so let's go to this, and requires Homestead recipe book arches and pillars, and that is from Vast Caldera in Lowland Shore, which is, I guess, a book of recipes I've never bought. Okay, let me see. I've done that heart before, so I'm hoping that it'll just let me immediately buy it, but I don't know. I'm going to go check real fast. And if I'm doing anything wrong that I could be doing better, feel free to point it out, because, you know, once
I mean, I can show you a little trick.
What's
If you
up?
go back to GW2Homes.
Okay, hold on, let me mess with my tabs here. Okay, got it.
I'm just waiting for your stream to catch up. There we go. Okay, scroll down to the decoration section.
Mm-hmm.
In the top of the decoration section, there's actually a craft on GW2 efficiency. Like at the top of it.
I see.
And there, so because there can be so many decorations, I talked with Q, who's behind GW2 efficiency for this. We cap it at, I think it's like 20, 30 decorations, something like that, but potentially we could go much higher. But depending on how many decorations are used in the homestead, there will be up to a few thousand. So yeah,
Oh,
you
this
get
is
like
really good.
that's everything it costs for you to craft it. Now, it's important to mention this is the full list. This does not take your API into account right now. But if you were to sign up and add an API key, you can filter the decoration list by what you're missing.
Now, do you mean sign up and add my API key on efficiency or on homes?
On homes.
Okay.
Because efficiency just knows you want to craft these things. So it will tell you how much will it cost to craft exactly these quantities of these decorations with the materials you have, but they cannot see what like decorations you already have unlocked.
Gotcha.
So that's on GW2Homes, you can do the filtering.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where is this guy? I think he's the one down by... Is he about the one... I think he's the one by the baby war claws. That is really cool that you got the efficiency guys in on this too. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like one of the biggest hurdles for this whole thing is like, sure, we can download it, but we need to craft it. And that was also some of the first feedback I got. It was like, can we somehow craft this somewhere else? Like, can we get a crafting list for it? And building a crafting calculator is no easy feat. So this was like the simple and easy solution to something that everyone is pretty much already using.
Yeah, that's really cool. My main feedback, I guess, is I'm really grateful that you're here, like, on a call with me, because I completely overlooked that, and I don't think I would have found that on my own. Like, I am representative of the dumb end user right now, and...
This is perfect.
Like, it's just like, I go down here, and I go past the pictures, and I immediately see all this stuff, and I didn't even notice this. Yeah. And... I don't know that you need to change anything just because of me or anything like that. But that I missed it. I completely missed it. Okay.
I could look into changing the craft on GW2 efficiency to something more noticeable.
Let's see. So elegant. This is going to be the last thing I'm going to do right now. Need more. Okay, so I've got everything except Homestead metal. Let me whip up some of that right now. This is just the next ingredient for it's the most used, so I wanted to see if the lighthouse would become like visibly more filled in after doing this.
Yeah.
Let's do that. And that. There we go. Okay, that's all I can get for the week.
To reply to chat, yeah, I mean, we could make it yellow, could probably also put a bit more focus on the download button, because I guess that's one that a lot of people want to click as well. But yeah, I mean, this is something that just needs to be tweaked over time, figure out what people are missing and what needs to be focused on.
Okay. So got my elegant square pillars. Technically, I am one short, but I've got 38 of them. All right, so we can see our mossy thing right here. Hold on, I'm just looking at how they did this. Yeah, that's so creative. Because it's like, this is like this stone thing, and then they've just got the grass side up, and the end result is it almost looks like it was a wooden roof covered in like moss. Let's see, load layout, load. And now it says I'm missing a lot less than I was before. So I'm gonna say continue. Okay. And wait, okay, I guess what I just made became that ring floating in the air there.
Yep.
Oh man, I was expecting to get the walls out of that.
That's a good plot twist.
Good plot. Yeah, I just made those rings. Man, what piece becomes the walls?
Well, try to open the list again, like the missing decoration list.
Yeah, hold on a sec. Load. Yes, missing. Maybe ominous fortress wall.
Yeah, that could very much likely be it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the window panes is going to be the windows up at the top of the spire, probably.
Of course. Let me see. I don't know if I have this. Yeah, I'd have to go find it. I just used all of my my mats for the reset, so.
Well, you said earlier on your stream you have 7,000 gold, so now you know what to spend it on.
We'll see. I mean, I think we've already got some really nice visual aids here. I will say I am surprised, and this is more like because of the game, not because of you or me. I am surprised that it does the thing where it shows the whole thing for a second, and then it's like, oh wait, no, and then it takes it away.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think it's just probably easier for them to implement.
Like I'm loading it repeatedly right now on stream just to show it. So chat, that's what the end result would be if I have all the pieces. Well,
I mean, at least it's nice you're getting a short preview.
Yeah.
That would actually be kind of cool for the devs to make like a preview mode where you can just go crazy with these and actually see what they're going to look like so you know if you want to craft it and keep it.
Not so much a decorator just for the fun of it, but you know, like survival RPGs where you build like things like Valheim or Grounded or Enshrouded.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have very much enjoyed those in the past. And my favorite system for something like this, just personally, comes from the game that's targeted the most toward little kids, is Grounded. Grounded, you would like build something, but it would just, as you're building things, it would put up like a blueprint, and it would be kind of like a slightly transparent bluish version of what you're trying to build, and it's not solid yet. And you could build like this whole thing, and then like once you're happy with the blueprint, then you could like get a handful of materials and click the button to fill it in, and it would start putting the materials into the pieces, and they would go solid. I loved that. That's, again, personally, that's my favorite system I've seen of something like this so far, but that's just not the route that they went with it here.
I mean, I think the coolest I've seen is that, what is it called? Like Tiny Glade or something, the one where the decorations or walls that you're painting with and the windows and everything, they kind of just organically merge together depending on how you put it together. So you don't have like fixed decorations. It just creates itself out of thin air. When you put a wall or then you put a door, then the door has a slightly different look because you placed it exactly there. It looks amazing.
Gotcha. Okay, so at this point, I have got an understanding, and I've also got footage of us browsing the website, looking at stuff, using the search feature to narrow down what we're looking for, downloading a file, figuring out where to put the downloaded file, loading it in-game, figuring out what I'm missing, looking on Guild Wars 2 efficiency at what I'm missing. Are there any other features of the website that I have overlooked that we should spend a minute on?
I think it would be worth it if you sign up and add your API key. Super CTA right here, right? Super call to action. But you get a few extra features or a little bit extra down around the decoration section, and I think that could be worthwhile.
Okay. Let me see here. I'm gonna do this on my other screen. See, register Mukluk email address.
Let's hope the verification email sends fast.
Oh, I'm gonna have to put up my super secret overlay so people don't see my email. I gotta make a password.
So currently, just to answer chat while you're doing that, the extras for adding an API key right now is to allow you to filter the decoration list so you can get it narrowed down to only what you're actually missing. Currently, we don't have the bulk or the batch crafting goes to efficiency link, but you will be able to have the decoration list narrowed down, and for each decoration, there is already a crafting link to goes to efficiency for the individuals as well.
Chat, the email I got is from Def Lahar. Okay, nice touch.
You're welcome. The
Bear.
website is called GW2.Homes.
Okay, hold on. I am just hiding my emails so people don't see my super secret emails. Okay, turn off that. All right, so I am logged in. You can see there's an M in the top right. I am logged in as Mukluk. So
before you go to settings, pull it to your other screen again, because it's going to show your email on your profile if you try to add the API key. Just
okay. So I click on Mukluk, click on settings. It shows it's an email address. All right, so API keys.
And we need that's actually something I need to add, but we need permissions for account and decorations. So anything else is fine.
Feedback for you. The other websites where I've added an API key, there was a button on the page that would take you to the official ArenaNet website where you generate the API keys.
Yes, that's actually good as well. Yeah, thanks.
Right now, I'm trying to remember where that page is. Let's see, Guild Wars 2 API keys. I'm just punching this into
it's
Google
account.arena.net/applications. Yeah, sorry. That's developer nerds.
Arena.net/applications. Sign in, yes. Okay, so just looking here. Okay, so chat, here's my API keys. Flashbang! There's some that are already here that I have used in the past for websites like GW2 Efficiency and some other ones. So I'm going to put that back over here for a second. And let's see, new key. Remind me again what you need?
Account and decorations.
There is not one called decorations. I am going to put it on screen because there's nothing secret here. There's inventory, character, trading post, wallet, unlock, PvP, World v World, builds, progression, guilds.
Let me just check my own API key. Damn, I could have sworn there was one.
He lied to our face, chat.
Probably. I'm guessing now. Progression. Because I have a tendency when I do my own API keys for my own development, I tend to just give myself everything. So.
Okay, I will try account and progression and name it GW2Homes. Create key. All right, and then copy that key. And
I will have the answer for you in just a second, by the way, in terms of what you actually need.
Well, I'll tell you if this doesn't work in just a second. Okay, I have added the API key. Where would I navigate to on your website to see if this worked?
You just go to any of the homesteads and you scroll down to the decoration section.
Okay. Let's see. I've still got that lighthouse open, so I'm just going to go refresh that page so it shows I'm logged in now. Scroll down to decorations. We're here.
Yes. So now you have the hide crafted decorations, and this is a bug because I haven't fixed it yet, but you can't use it right now. It still says you need to enable. So if you just scroll up and you click the M for Mukluk all the way up at the top, and then in the pop-up, you just take the set GW2 account. This was changed this weekend, that's why. And you just click on GW2Homes.
Okay.
There we go. Now you should be able to enable it.
All right.
So because
the
you
pillar
have
should be 1, not 30, because I made 38 of these. So
yes,
let me refresh
that
this
might
again.
be that the API is a little bit slow, or that the API is not updated yet. That could be.
Also wondering if we possibly hit the wrong permission.
That could also be.
Okay. Is this ANET friendly? No. The cops are on their way to Red's house right now.
Yeah.
No, it's
yeah,
fine.
Totally.
ArenaNet is completely fine with like ArenaNet will literally help you build API keys to copy onto other websites. They are totally fine with this. But if you get in trouble, it's your own fault. Calling the Guild Wars 2 FBI right now. Yeah. Waiting to see if this updates. Hasn't yet. You still here, Red?
I am still here.
Okay.
I am just trying to look through code and documentation right now to check what permission it actually is. This is great.
Not taking a chance. No, for real. Red and I are both ANET partners. We both have a lot to lose if we start telling people to do something that breaks their rules. No, this is totally fun. There are, like, all of the most common Guild Wars 2 websites use API keys.
I mean, we have also done sponsored giveaways on GW2Homes with ArenaNet. Just if that makes it better for anyone or more comforting.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Ominous Fortress Wall. Oh, I love that. Find Homestead Metal. Yeah, we're out of that.
It's the unlocks permission.
It's from Shadow of the Mad King.
It wasn't progression. There is one called unlocks.
Guild Wars 2 Homes. Okay. So edit. Oh, I can't just change it.
Yeah, you need to delete it and make a new, or just make a new.
Boo. All right, hang on.
Permissions are fixed. Name's not.
All right, so account and what'd you say? Unlocks?
Unlocks, yes.
All right. GW2Homes second try.
When in doubt, you check the code.
Okay. So that is done. And if I get in trouble, can I blame Mukluk? You could try. It's not going to do anything for you. But yeah. Okay. So I've made the new key. And let's see. Account progression. Copy. And paste. And add. And GW2Homes is thinking about it. Oh, hang on. I accidentally showed it on screen. I'm deleting it and remaking it again. They're in my files.
I mean, you can always just delete it after the stream. But then you'll have forgotten that's how it is, right?
People will be able to see my unlocks. Speaking of the joke about the cops are on their way, I have a sound effect on my stream. If someone signs up for my Patreon, it plays the bang, 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 FBI, open up. And my first stream of 2026, I guess because it was like the new year and maybe like billing just hit everybody, they bugged out and it played the sound. It was trying to play the sound for every patron I had. So it was like 50 people. So it was like, bang, 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 FBI, open up, bang, 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 FBI, open up. And I was like, what is going on? And it's meant to be like a jump scare to encourage people to do it.
Yeah.
And it was just nonstop blasting FBI open up back to back to back to back to back to back during my intro of the stream, and I had to like yank the cord out of it, so to speak. I was like, what is happening?
That's gonna be fun until the day you actually get swatted.
Oh my god.
So sorry, I'm saying that. I actually had that happen to me. Not swatted on stream or anything. Just had police come knocking at my door at like 4 a.m. That was a thrill, right?
Wow.
Yeah, like someone just hammering your door and it sounds like it's gonna break. Like, what the fuck is going on? Sorry, it's a chat. Is it a family-friendly stream?
It was.
Okay, it was. It's not anymore. Okay, good times, good times.
It's okay. The guests get one. All right.
Perfect.
I have made a new API key with unlocks. And so I want to take 3. And I crafted. Okay, there. All right. It worked that fast.
There we go, yes.
So the proper amount of pillars is displayed. So cool. Cool.
So yeah, the plan for this is, of course, that the batch crafting links is also going to work with it. It's in the works. It's coming real soon. We also have a progress bar coming, actually, for this whole decorations area. So you can see, like, how many % have you actually crafted of this homestead. And you're just going to get it at a glance. Like, we basically want to integrate as much of the GW2 API into this as possible to make it easy for you to digest and get an idea of how much work it will take for you to actually use this homestead.
Sounds good. There's a question in chat. Someone says, will it show what tier of homesteading mastery is needed for a given decoration?
I do not think we can do that currently because I don't think the API is reporting what you need of homestead mastery. But if it does, I can look into it. But so if it does show that, we could figure that out.
Now, one more question. Let's like fast forwarding in time a little bit. So, you know, I'm going to make a video on this. I'm going to make the best guide I can, and I'll run the script by you before I start like the actual recording, because, you know, at that point it's really hard to edit a YouTube video once it's out. If people have questions, do you have like a Discord community or something for GW2Homes, or a forum or something that they can be pointed to?
Absolutely. You just go to the website and scroll down to the bottom. There's a link. It will always work. It will be the easy way to get in there. Just all the way to the bottom.
The button that says Discord.
Exactly. So yeah, you can just go in there. We both have a bugs forum and we have a feature forum. So if you have suggestions or anything of something you think would be cool, I will be as transparent as possible, whether it's feasible, realistic, and possible. And if it's a great idea, we run with it. I mean, most of the feedback, like also adding links to the wiki and whatnot, like that is also something that came from the community.
Yeah, I really like that. Like, you know, for example, in the past 15 minutes, you know, I learned that, you know, I don't have all the recipe things. Like, as someone who is new to homesteading, I was thinking I just had all the recipes because I had the masteries done. And I'm like, oh, there's books on a bunch of different merchants that I've just never bothered, you know, looking at. My eyes always just glazed over when I saw them. And now I'm like, oh, okay, so there's recipes all over the world. And it's really nice that I can just click on this wiki button right next to one of these and see that. Actually, what is this other button? That's craft on Guild Wars 2 efficiency. What happens if I?
Yeah, that's just crafting for the individual decoration.
I'm waiting to see if it's still loading, because right now it's okay. There it goes. Gotcha. So 35. Oh, and it does it based on the number too. So it multiplied it by 35. It's cool.
I just saw a question in chat whether we will be supporting Fashion Wars as well. We will not. We will be focusing purely on Guilds 2 or like on homesteads. But there is something called GW2fashions.com, I think it is. And Alcar also just mentioned that someone else is working on another replacement for GW2 style.
Hold on. I just went to GW2fashions.com. I've never heard of this.
So that one in particular is actually built by one of the developers of Guild Wars 2.
Really? What's their name?
Yeah,
do you know?
it's Awesomeness.
Oh, I don't know them. Okay. I'm sure, like you, I've had the privilege of talking to a handful of them, but I don't know that one.
He has probably been in here before.
Probably. I'm a horrible human being that doesn't remember names very well. I don't recall them immediately is what I mean.
But yeah, he's actually, yeah, he's very active on Twitch, and he's a super friendly guy. Like, I also had some questions about how he was doing that to use as like inspiration for GW2Homes, because I was like, I mean, it's very similar, like whether it's fashion or it's homesteads or whatnot. Like, I mean, it's the same thing we're trying to achieve, like an easy way to share with people, right?
So one user in chat says, "How would I find a beginner build? I've not started decorating my homestead. I don't know that you guys have the recipes sorted by like difficulty."
I mean, this is great. Honestly, that is great feedback. I think on the advanced search, we could easily add give me homesteads that have a maximum of like 200 decorations. That would be absolutely amazing. And honestly, like, I mean, I'm just going to shout out other people as well now. There's something called GW2Homestead.com. It's almost the same, but they're focusing a bit more on like individual built buildings and whatnot. At least that's what they're aiming for. So that's also something you could check out, because that might actually have smaller pieces you can work with.
You could also possibly, and I'm just spitballing here. What if you had, hold on, I got 3 ideas banging around in my head. I got to write this down. Okay, so you could have filter for use only mastery recipes. So like maybe like homesteads that don't use like books and travel around the world, stuff like that. You could sort by number of components. So you could like look at the houses that use the creations that have the least amount of pieces versus the most. Like you could sort from like least to most or most to least. What was the other one? I forgot. I'll tell you if it comes back to me.
Yeah, I mean, at least the decoration count, both sorting and also filtering for it. Like, imagine like kind of like if you have a price range kind of thing on a web shop, right? Like, same here. We could do the same for the decoration count.
Someone in chat added you could do filter by price of the total, if that's possible.
So this is a whole can of worms in terms of crafting, because Guild Wars 2 crafting in general is way more complex than you think of. Like I think Scribe is the best example to give.
Yeah.
Just remember
the price would change day to day.
Price change day to day. It changes minute to minute, but also like you have crafting recipes that might have 5 levels of subcomponents. So I might want to craft recipe A, but for that I need to craft recipe B, C, D, and E, right? And they can be nested within each other. And that's why it's so complex to actually create a crafting calculator. And that's also why so far we've gone with the whole, let's just link to Guild Wars 2 efficiency, because they have a very good URL format we can use, and we can easily generate those links on the fly.
Okay. Someone says, do you always have to wipe the whole homestead to build something? So let's say, I mean, obviously it's not done, but let's say I've got this lighthouse and I like it, but I want to add something else that's not in the same spot, so it shouldn't be conflicting with the lighthouse. What would be the easiest way to combine the lighthouse? Like, if I have the lighthouse, can I just go to something else and load the next thing and it'll keep the lighthouse there?
No, it will, like when you load via the files, it will always wipe your entire thing. But there's a whole community that's currently building tools to make this easier. There is a Blish Hut add-on that just came out that will allow you to build, like, emulate decoration building within your homestead, like in 3D, which is crazy. I don't remember the name at the top of my head, but it just came out.
I see Home
it's
Designer.
The home Designer. Yes, that one. It's absolutely insane. There is also some web tools where you just do it in a 2D view, where you can easily take 2 of the XML files and just say, put these together. So if you build the lighthouse and I have a different thing, I built a ship or something, then you can easily just put these 2 files onto that website and click merge, and then you get a new file back you can load, and both of those will be there. So there is GW2 Deco tools, there is GW2 Homestead tool already. And there's also something called Homestead Studio. So there's like a whole bunch of things popping up. Am I allowed to post a link in chat?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, links are allowed in my chat, but if I see someone like promoting something, then they didn't really talk to us about it first, or it has nothing to do with what we're talking about, I usually just nuke it.
Yeah. Okay, so I just linked to another one of my projects. It's called Guild Wars 2 Directory. It's like a link collection. It's basically like Google for Guild Wars 2, right? Like it has communities, it has websites, it has a whole bunch of things, but this specifically is the Homestead tag. So you will find websites that support homesteads in one way or another. Yes, you are there.
Sorry, I got a big head. Just seeing what was in here. Yeah, I remember once upon a time, this was a couple years ago, I made the post that was used as the pin on the Guild Wars 2 subreddit for a long time that had like every link to a Guild Wars 2 thing that we knew of at that time. So
Yeah.
This seems like a whole lot nicer version of that.
Yeah, so but at least if you go to the Homestead tag on that website, like I will keep updating this in terms of like whenever I see a new tool pop up, I'm gonna link it in here. As long as it's TOS compliant, of course. That's usually my limit.
I thought that went without saying, but yeah.
Well, you gotta tell people on Twitch, otherwise they don't believe you. Well, they probably still don't believe you, but
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm in my head, I'm imagining someone mailing you like, I'm trying to find a website for naughty pictures of Char, and it's not coming up on your directory. Where are the pictures? Show me the Char!
ooh, there's a subreddit for that.
I'm not even surprised.
Oh boy.
Like,
It's easier to find in your things chat.
that's outside of my circles.
Yeah. I think I have my Twitch stream on mature, so sometimes these things pop up, you know?
Char feet pics. Yeah, sign up for their only beans.
I mean, honestly, even just the Guild Wars 2 feed on Blue Sky sometimes has some very questionable stuff if you don't have an unsafe for work filter on.
Okay, I'm fortunate I haven't seen it.
Well,
my Blue Sky feed is oh, you know what? You're at the top of my Blue Sky feed right now. You're right there.
easy.
Yeah, it's mostly games and like cat pics right now. There's someone.
Oh, but you don't even use the coolest thing of Blue Sky. You're using like the regular feeds, but you can add custom feeds.
Didn't you just tell me your feed constantly gets naughty Char in it? Maybe I don't want a custom feed.
It's just once in a while.
You've just warned me the dangers of a custom feed.
But there is someone who, like a very cool guy, I forget the name right now, but he made a Guild Wars 2 feed. So anything that's tagged with GW2, Guild Wars, anything, like it all comes into a single feed. I use that more than I use my like Discover and following feed sometimes.
Gotcha. I mean, I sometimes get some cool stuff like Stefan here. He works at ArenaNet, so I get some back and forth with some of the devs sometimes, even when they're not talking about Guild Wars 2. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, I typically like I've got Twitter and Blue Sky and a Facebook page, and usually if I post anything to one of them, I just copy paste that post to the other two. I just should try to keep, because some people use one and not the other, so I just try to get the traffic on all three.
I mean, I just use Buffer and then it posts to all of them at the same time.
Look at you, Mr. Fancy Pants.
I saw someone else was using it. I think it was like one of the other partners or something, and I was just like, that's a way better. Because when I left Twitter, I was like, I have a huge following there. I still want to post, but I don't want to be there. So it works.
Yeah, Twitter is, oh man, like it's a mess right now, especially with the new Grok AI stuff that they're rolling out. It's become just absolute cesspit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would be remiss if I didn't mention like for example, I got a ArenaNet partner through talking with people on Twitter way back in the day. Like that's how they contacted me. Now, I mean, they could have contacted me somewhere else if I didn't have that, but that's how they chose to. So I got a net partner through Twitter. Sponsored streams, you know, like from time to time, you know, we creators occasionally get like, oh, yeah, I'll pay you to play my game for one evening on your stream, stuff like that. Like, if I count all of the sponsors that I have gotten, that like I met them through Twitter and then it led to a sponsored stream, I have made quite a bit of income from connections I made on Twitter. So like I don't want to throw it away, but I completely agree with you that it's become kind of a cesspit.
I honestly think like the biggest turnoff for me from Twitter was kind of just how it kept changing my default feed. I'm one of those people. I don't want like an algorithmic feed. I want to see what I'm following. I want it chronological, and that's it. And it kept putting me over to the other one, and I was just like, nope, can't do it anymore. It's too annoying. Because then every time I open, I just get random stuff that I don't need to see that. Like, I just want to see who I'm following, you know? Social media is supposed to be social.
Yeah. Any kind of social media is a cesspit. Well, no, I mean it's all people, right? But you know, people when they have a big audience, they'll act different, or if they are behind anonymity, they'll act different, and it just spirals out of control. Like on a fundamental level, like if people talking in a Discord room, or people talking on a web forum, or people talking on Twitter, or people talking on Reddit, it's all just people talking in an application. But they'll act differently depending on what they think is allowed of them.
See, this is where you all go to GW2Homes, create an account, and then you can also comment on homesteads. That's also super cool. You can say, hey, cool, that's a nice house you got there.
Shameless plug.
Absolutely.
That is good. This is good. This is the time for it.
Got to do the segues, right?
Yeah. I'm sitting here looking at my... The thing is, right now it's not even recognizable as a lighthouse, and I'm like, man, maybe I should buy homestead decorations the next few days just to get like a shell of this thing done.
It looks almost like a UFO, to be honest.
We do have a few cool things that hold on, which guild hall is it? While you're here, I think it's Second Wind. Some years ago there was a guy in our community. He's like, Muck, I love your stuff. I wanna do something for you. I'm like, dude, I'm good. I'm glad you like our stuff. And he's like, can I build a roller beetle racetrack in your guild hall? And I was like, okay. And he was visiting our guild hall on and off for like a month. And then he finally finished this thing. And so we have a roller beetle racetrack that's on like the roller beetle websites that goes through our entire guild hall in here. I can get through like half of it. I am not great at it, but I've seen videos of a few people that have like roller beetle racetracks in their homestead too. I saw a couple when I was browsing your website as well.
Yeah, honestly, actually, it's great you're bringing up guild halls because I keep forgetting. But we also support guild halls because guild halls also have these new layout files and all these new decoration capabilities and whatnot. So you can just export your guild hall layout as well if you want to. And there have been a few that are posted.
Is that... Hold on, I'm bouncing off of a blimp right now. Okay, I'm going to dismount, so I'm getting distracted. Let me go over here. So I'm going back to your website. Let's go here. So if I do advanced search, I'm expecting to find a guild hall section.
Yeah, and that's not right there right now. It's in development. But if you just set the map to any and just search guild hall, there should be some results because the people who have been posting them have called it a guild hall. See, Turtle Academy, there you go. You got all your racetracks.
Are these guild halls?
Yes, they are guild halls.
Bubbles Appetite. Gotcha. See, I saw like the water, like the bluish water, and I was thinking this was the second homestead. But I guess this is the end of Dragon's Guild Hall, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, you need a little bubble there that says like Guild Hall. You can just like click the bubble.
Yeah. I'm gonna have the maps, but for some reason the game decided that each of the guild hall maps should have like 4 different IDs, and we need to know the map ID because that's what we get in the file. So I'm like trying to find guild halls I can visit to export their layout, which is, by the way, it's also like a new permission, so most people can't even export layout files from guild halls. But yeah, it's like a whole thing. Almost there, coming very soon.
Soon or soon with an asterisk after it.
Well, that depends when I can find a guild hall. I mean, the problem is most of my guilds that I'm part of, we have all converged on like the End of Dragons one. So, and again, you need a lot of permissions to actually be able to do the export of the layout files. So I need to like reach out to people and be like, do you have this guild hall?
If it helps you,
and do you have the permissions?
If it helps you, I am the leader of 4 guilds, and they're all different guild halls.
Oh my god. I'm going to send you a guide after your stream, and then...
Wait, I don't want you to give me homework. I'm saying, like, I could invite you in, and you could do what you need to do.
No, it's easy. It's good. Honestly, you can make a little video about how to export layout files from your guild hall.
Yeah, that'll get 3 views, buddy. No one needs that.
3 views is 3 views.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll pay Noxxi $150 to edit my 3-view video.
You can do one, like a quick video that takes like 30 seconds to film live on stream. Easy.
Oh my gosh. If it's going to be that low effort, it might just sit unlisted, and then I just link it to people as needed.
Easy. Could also do that.
But yeah, I've got the... What is it? Let's see. That one is the Gilded Hollow. That one is the End of Dragons one. And these 2 are... I think they're different Path of Fire ones. Is that all of them? Are there 4 guild halls, or are there more than that? I might have all of them.
That's 4, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we just wanted them to be different. Because the whole thing is that, like, there's a lot of people that will, like, message me and ask for a guild, and we just throw them in one of those. And then if they decide they don't like the game and they eventually quit and go inactive, then, you know, after like a month or 2, we'll kick them out and let someone else in. So it's kind of just a place for noobs to be able to mooch the benefits of the guild halls and like ask questions if they have any. So it's 4 different guilds that kind of a rotating door. Just people come and go as they wish to.
Yeah. I just checked. I just need Windswept Haven. That's the one I need right now.
I don't remember which one that is by name, but I definitely have it.
Me neither. I haven't been in guild halls in so long.
Does it say if I open up the thing? Hold on.
I think maybe
no,
if
I'm
you
in
hover
Lost
the
Precipice right now.
Yeah, the Lost Pegasus, right?
Oh wait, was Lost Precipice Heart of Thorns? I thought it's so like sandy. I thought it was Path of Fire. So
and Gilded Hollow, that's the golden one.
Windswept Hollow.
So
Yeah,
Fire,
I've got that.
Great. I'll send you a guide.
Oh god,
it takes 5 minutes.
I shouldn't have said anything.
He's
giving me homework, chat.
You're collaborating. I'm gonna give you a shout out in the changelog. Like, oh yeah, that's also
in the changelog.
I mean, if people want to see what's actually changing on GW2Homes,
bro, that's buried so
deep.
deep. That's like having my name on an NFT.
That's like my name on a trivia section on the wiki.
Oh my god, you're right. You're right. I've been to that page 1,000 times. I never scrolled down that far.
I mean, that's like the coolest thing. It's like every time people be like, "Wait, you make websites too?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Scroll to the event timer bottom. Like, just scroll to the bottom.
Dude, have you ever seen there's 2 achievements in the game that are references to me, and one of them is please take a seat. Because of my intro, it says please take a seat, but you'll only need the edge. And on that wiki page, you scroll down, it says this is a reference to something Mukluk said. And if you click the link, it goes to my old stream intro video. And I've got this really, really stupid filter on when you click on this page. Let me see if it'll load.
Please take a seat.
There it is. So if anyone is just browsing the wiki and is like, oh, this is a reference to some guy, this is the first thing they see of me.
But you'll only need...
That is great.
That is nightmare fuel. So that is a bunch of strangers' first impression of me.
Now we need the devs to make a statue out of that in game that we can put in a guild hall
Oh my
or in
god.
a homestead.
Oh my
That
god.
would like a bust of your face like that.
With the big lips. Oh,
Yeah.
pass.
That'd be great.
Oh my god. That'd be horrifying. Oh, okay. Well, I've accidentally gotten homework.
You have more homework. You also need to clean your inventory.
Dude, hold on a sec. There, done.
Fixed.
Got enough room in here for you and your opinion.
Wow.
That's my usual answer. I hear that a lot. Clean your bags. I got 400 spaces. I paid for 400 spaces. I'm going to use 400 spaces.
Have you heard of deposit all?
Done. Look, no change. I use that a lot.
Wow. Well, I mean, you just sent me some Ectos. It's all good. I can take it off your hands.
Wow. Okay, Charmon, calm down. We have an ecto junkie in our community. That position's already taken. Okay, so at this point, I will start working on a outline for the video script. My question would be, because keep in mind, when I make a video and I upload it and it's out there, I can't edit it anymore, right? So are there any little things that you want to be in the video, like, oh, and you can click this bubble for guild halls? You know, if there are any little things like that that you want to fix or change before we make said video, and you don't have to tell me right now, you could tell me later, but that's something for you to think about.
Yeah, I'll see what I have come cooking right now. I mean, I think the biggest ones are probably going to be the guild hall map filters. Could be. I could also do the sort by how many decorations and whatnot, and definitely also coming with a crafting progress bar for the decoration section, because that's been a huge ask for a lot of people, so they can at a glance just see, oh, this is how far I am towards being able to use this whole homestead, right? Because most of these homesteads are 2,000 decorations, and that's a bit daunting, because it probably costs you 1,000 to 2,000 gold to actually finish it.
Quick question for you. So in the search box, if I click the search button for Halloween, does that mean that it uses Halloween components, or is it simply a Halloween theme checkbox?
Tags are completely optional for whoever posted. So these are just, instead of giving people completely free reign with tags, we have a curated list, and that's the whole list you see on the search page. So it's completely up to people themselves to tag it if they feel like. Some people tag based on, oh, I use some Halloween decorations, I use some Winter's Day decorations, and others will be like, no, this is a Dragon Bash theme, so that's why I tag it. But outside of that, it has no fixed semantic meaning or anything.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So just because something does not have the Halloween tag, that doesn't mean that they might not have a Halloween fence or something in there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it could also be someone just giving a homestead all the tags to increase discoverability, and if that becomes a problem, we'll find a fix for it.
That's basically us YouTubers.
Exactly.
Mr. Beast loves Guild Wars 2 in the tags.
Yeah, and then you put him in the thumbnail, you put all the hashtags, you tag him on every social media. Easy. Easy
content.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, you haven't really been to the bottom of a homestead. Try to scroll all the way to the bottom, but then again, it's also relatively new, so I'll see if I can just find an example.
Comment section?
Is a comment section, exactly. I like how people commented in I don't know what language. I guess, yeah.
Google Translate.
I hope it's not spam.
It's like,
because then I need to.
Red is mean. He beat me up. Oh God. Where? Hold on.
There is not a toggle for the gem store things because we don't have that information in the GW2 API.
Google is failing. Google Translate to English.
This is a language that doesn't exist.
Like, it used to be if I typed in translate in Google, the first thing that came up was the translate box. Now the first thing that comes up is Amazon selling me translators.
Great.
Okay, all right. It says, when will mine be decorated? I'm really looking forward to it.
That's nice.
That's pretty innocent. Yeah, I think you can leave that one.
Honestly, if we could have a font of ancient Canton, that would be kind of cool. Because I am Valen. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding.
Ancient Cantha. Have you ever seen the Regions of Tyria Bloodshed mod? Where when you go into
Yes.
a zone, like the text pops up and then translates? I love that.
Yeah, and it writes in Tyrian.
Yeah.
I think it was when Ender Dragons came out. I actually asked either the devs or then it was Shaman, like whether there was an actual like alphabet that we could translate from the new Canton, and there wasn't. So they had been skimping a bit out on that. Where with Tyrian, like you can actually. You can actually translate it and you can write in it, which is cool. I feel like when you do stuff like that, when you do a whole language, like at least allow us to translate it in some way.
What's that book for Lord of the Rings that's like the really nerdy one that has like the whole language in it and stuff?
Oh, I don't know that by heart.
Anyway, you're making me think of that. Like, what do you mean you guys don't have an encyclopedia? The Silmarillion. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Okay, so, okay, hold on. Lost my tabs here. I've got so many tabs open. So, is there anything else we should touch on while we're here?
Well, I mean, if someone comments on your homestead or something, you get notifications. That's a new thing we have as well. If someone likes it, you get notifications. Just to like try to help people see when stuff is commented. We have a whole bunch of homesteads at this point, to be honest. I can also give you some very interesting insights. I mean, it's from our little yearly recap.
So when you said you get a notification, do you like get an email? Like how do you do the notification?
No email notifications right now. If you just go to the top, there's like a little bell icon, and in there you can see all your notifications.
Okay, so they would need to be on the website. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, and then if you click the little banner here at the top, the revisit some of our highlights, we have some very interesting information in there as well. It's just like a little recap. We call it revisit because it fits the theme, right? But it's just to like if you scroll a little bit, like 77,000 decorations were placed. I feel like that's kind of interesting. And we're gonna do these again next year.
Those things that Baldur's Gate 3 posts where they're like, yo, you all left Gale to die in a rock 5 billion times. Stuff like that.
I mean, Heart of Thorns also had it with like the most deadly thing was like the pocket raptors. And we die like however many million and billions of times to that. I mean, I remember that when it came out as well. It was dreadful. It's like you see like a little pocket raptor somewhere and it just rushes you and you die. That's not fun. But yeah, like, I mean, that's pretty much all of GW2Homes. It supports homesteads. It supports guild halls. You can go there. You can get inspiration. You can download inspiration.
Download inspiration.
I mean, you can. Yeah, like, there's a whole bunch of cool builds in there, I would say, at least. And yeah, go check it out.
All right.
Best call to action ever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot of people in chat while I was browsing this that are like, whoa, that looks really cool. So I think we might have some new users in here.
I mean, the driftwood boat that's in the top, that even won one of the United Arts of Tyria contests recently. And totally not because it was one of the judges or anything.
I gotta say, just for me, as far as like eye-catching, the driftwood boat, this old Lion's Arch keep here, like, I think it's part of it that like the thumbnail is like very bright behind it and it's like really standing out.
Yeah.
Those two like really jump out at me when I'm scrolling down your main page.
Yeah. I mean, Whisker Brew is the person who kind of pioneered actually using thumbnails, kind of similar to how it's done on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, it's an art form. I hate making thumbnails. I feel like I can spend so much time making a video that I think is like a banger, and then like I flub the thumbnail so it doesn't do well, and I completely blame myself because I'm like, yeah, the thumbnail. That's it. That's the reason.
I mean, I went back on some of my old World v World videos and looked which ones had horrible click-through rates, and I had just tweaked it slightly, and then it actually started like tracking a little bit again. I was like, nice.
That's pretty cool. Nice. I might have to try that out.
But I mean, honestly, it's a lot of work, and it's like,
Yeah, for sure.
like for me, I mean, this is not my job. It's just because I'm bored.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're putting time into it, you care to an extent. So it's just
Yeah,
like,
that's
you know,
true.
sometimes, you know, on some days you'll care enough to go do exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, we just got some insight from Whisker Brew here. 3,000 to 5,000 gold per homestead. Fucking hell. Oh, sorry, shit. That was my second one.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's your third too.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's such a sailor. Oh my gosh. Whisker. Oh,
No,
the
it's
Whisker
just-
Brew. So right, he's like, yeah, Whisker Brew, the legend, and he's in chat. Hi.
Yeah, exactly. Whisker Brew is in here.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry. Like,
Chat, we got to get Red and Rose in here. They clearly speak the same language.
I'm just gonna pull the card of like I'm not a native English speaker, so I have a limited vocabulary, right?
Yeah, you learned from a sailor, right?
Yeah. I learned from movies and video games.
What movie? Die Hard?
Yeah, probably.
Well, Whisker, I have seen minutes of your work. You do great work.
Hey, Mukluk, you should try to load that one. See how
The boat?
much you get. Yeah.
Dude, I just made my first Homestead components minutes ago, and if he's not using those components, we're going to get no boat. Also, this is on the other map, I believe, right? So I would have to swap maps.
You just swap maps. It takes 2 seconds. Do you know how to swap maps?
Yeah, I do. I could fumble my way through it. Because when I had Nagura in here, when I had to like teach a WoW player, I showed them both homesteads, so I can do it. It just takes me a minute. Yeah, I'm looking through the boat pieces. I think the 2 pieces I own are not on this list, so I don't think we would get much of a boat.
There's like a code and fancy bed you probably have, because that's a standard.
Oh, so we'll get a boat.
decoration.
We'll get a bed floating in the air above the water. Oh my goodness. Whisker, I would think each of your homestead projects would get cheaper as time goes on because you would slowly get all the pieces, wouldn't you? Saying they spend a few thousand gold per homestead. I feel like each one should be a little bit cheaper if you're using the same parts. Sadly not? Okay, you're doing it wrong.
I mean, that's if anyone out there is super rich in game, I have a challenge for you. Craft 250 of every decoration for the homestead. Like, just max out the homestead.
Max out the homestead.
So you can use any layout people throw at you.
I don't see anyone in chat taking you up on this.
I feel like chat needs more.
Oh,
like,
one person in
you can do it,
YouTube chat says they're working on it.
Oh boy. I mean that is gonna take a long while. Because there's also like stuff you can't just like. There's account bound stuff. Like I was like one of the only like actual genuine homestead I've posted on the website is me trying to build a massive jade cube on top of the original house, homestead house, and I never finished it because I realized I had to play fractals, and I was just like, I'm not gonna farm that.
Is there a way in game? How do I see a list of what homestead components I have, like a mat storage type thing? Is that possible?
Yeah, you need to go into your homestead for that, and then you take out like the decoration palette. There you can see how many you have of each. 250 hologram dragons. Let's go.
Okay. I've got the palette out. Oh, I hit place.
Yes, there you can see everything you have.
Okay, so there is a bunch of random knickknacks that I just got as freebies from the homesteads. I didn't realize I had these. So
Yeah,
like
you have a
bushes and
bunch
chairs
from
and stuff.
a bunch from the original. You also get some from Visions of Eternity. Sadly, Visions of Eternity is a bit more structural, I would say, than anything else. Darth Maul, I've been trying to get him to load it, but he doesn't wanna.
Hmm?
You
What
need to
happens
load
if
the
he
ship.
tries to load the ship? Oh my god. Okay, fine. Hang on. Okay, if I just visit the other homestead, can I still load stuff there?
I actually don't know, but honestly, just change it. Like you can change back. Like I get the whole like visiting, but the visiting isn't that just if you don't want to lose your decorations right now or something?
Okay, hang on. Let me see. Driftwood Riverboat. Where's that?
When you load a layout, Fowlin, everything you already placed is going to be removed. So if you want to put multiple layouts together, you need to either learn how XML files work, or you need to use one of the tools that the community has built already. There's like
Alright.
Homestead Studio, GW2 Homestead tool.
All right, here we go.
Let's see.
I am missing 1,680 items.
Just start by crafting some curved roofs.
Where
Easy.
did? Oh, there it is. When's it
Honestly,
gonna,
that's more than I had expected.
when is it gonna disappear? Oh, here we go. It's starting to take it back. Oh, I'm lagging. Okay.
Oh, damn it.
It was like, wait a minute, you don't have all this. You don't have all, dude. I can't even get on the dock.
This is great.
Hold on, guys. Let me go check out my soggy belongings over here. Yo, I own a jukebox. I didn't know I owned a jukebox.
Yeah, I think we all got that sent to us.
Chat,
Like an
behold my boat. Why is there a sunken mast there? Let me see. Hold on, load. Well, I'm gonna do it again.
I mean, it looked.
Oh
on
no,
stream like
I'm
it was
underneath the
lagging
wall.
out.
There we go, chat. I was apparently under a dock and I didn't realize it. All right, there we go. Chat, look quick. Look quick. Look at my steamboat. Oh, the freaking turbine thing spins too. That's cool.
Honestly, you should have seen some of these the boats that people were doing for the United Arts Eteria challenge with Build a Boat. Like it was absolutely insane. A lot of those. Like you just go in there and you're like, okay, I'm gonna see a boat in a second, and then they just build these massive like people build like air hangers and stuff like floating, and someone did like a sunken boat under the water that was like broken in pieces, and it's like, yeah, I do not even dare to think of how many hours that has taken to build.
I saw one. This was a picture I saw on Reddit a while back. That was a homestead, but in the sky above it, there was a Star Destroyer from Star Wars. Did you ever see that one?
I actually haven't seen that one, but that sounds great.
Like, I imagine it didn't have any details inside, but it was just a very massive, pizza-shaped spaceship above just in the sky above it.
Nice. I mean, that's honestly how I got some of the first testers for the website as well. It's like I reached out to some particular people that I knew was into homesteading, and then it was just like go to Reddit, search for homesteads in the subreddit, and just be like reaching out to everyone, like in a DM, just like, hey, I've seen you've posted this. This looks cool. Do you want to try this website? So much recruitment, but it's good. There were some people that were interested.
I googled Guild Wars 2 Star Destroyer Homestead to see if I could find it, and I didn't, but I found Bender.
Nice. Is that like exclusive homestead reveal? Why is that the title?
Oh, there's another robot with a knife.
But this is not Guild Wars 2 though.
Is it?
Is it?
I don't know.
No, it's not. It doesn't look like the art style.
I don't know. It just comes up. Hang on. Let me see. What is this website? Yeah, I don't
now we
know.
have a challenge for
The
people.
link goes to the Guild Wars 2 subreddit.
It's probably in a comment or something. Someone
Oh, it might
posted
be. Maybe
Well-
they're just like, oh man, I wish you could do this. And then it's just like BDO or something.
You know what would actually be kind of funny to try to do? If I could make a list of every single decoration you have unlocked by default in both homesteads, if it could get like a little automated badge that says, hey, this is a beginner homestead, and that means it only uses decorations from those. So you don't have to craft any decorations, but it's just someone who changed those homesteads. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that could be cool. That would be an interesting challenge. Like, tell people, like, using only the stuff you start with the 2 homesteads, make something cool. And
I mean, I'm just going to do it as my next monthly giveaway or something for that.
Yeah.
That's actually a shout out. We have a giveaway going. If you go to GW2Homes, post a homestead and tag it with Winter Stay before the 15th of January, you are entered to win up to 400 gems. There will be 5
to 400
winners.
gems, so maybe just one.
No, because up to 400 gems, because you either win 0 or you win 400.
So you should just say entered for a chance to win 400 gems. If you say you win up to 400, you could just give them a gem and be like, there we go. My lawyer says this is fine.
I'm just trying to make sure that it's very clear what you can win and what you cannot win, because legal stuff, you know.
There's Guild Wars 2 lawyers
things.
again.
Not Guild Wars 2 lawyers, just like Danish law and marketing law and stuff. Like, I'm just
Danish
making
lawyers,
sure
those
that
are way
it's,
worse.
Yes. Yeah, the Danish laws, man. Otherwise, the Vikings come after me, so.
Oh my gosh. I would take your Vikings over our medical bills any day.
Yes, I'm Danish.
He's very sorry about that.
No, I'm not. It's the most Swedish.
Just fight with you. I think the Bender
But yeah.
image was from Wildstar. Oh, rest in peace, Wildstar.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Everyone has their downsides. I don't even want to ask what mine the downside is. Okay. All right. Any other last minute stuff?
No, I don't have anything extra, I think. I mean, you can copy the layout directly if you want. I mean, these buttons are pretty self-explanatory. So if you just want to copy it to your, like paste it somewhere else, like on Reddit or something, I don't know. But yeah, it's a pretty friendly community. Feel free to join our Discord. Feel free to join the website. Throw some comments at people and build some beginner homesteads, because we need more of those.
All right. Well,
These,
Red, thank you.
2,000 decoration ones.
Yeah, thank you for your time. I will start putting together like a framework of a video script for you, and I'll send it over to you just like, you know, like a Word doc once I think it's done. And then you can look at it at your leisure and decide if there's anything you want tweaked, and then we'll go from there.
That sounds great. And thanks for chatting with me.
All right, thank you.
And take care, chat.
All
Hope
right, you as
have a
well.
good day.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, there we go. And that, chat, was Readish, whose name I say it wrong all the time, and I probably just said it wrong again. But if you like his stuff, here is a link to his Twitch channel on Twitch. He also has like a YouTube channel and other stuff. He is known for being level 10,000 max level in World v World, and now for making lots of other weird websites, including Guild Wars 2 Homes, where you can build part of a lighthouse. Readish? Yes, his name is Readish. Let's see. At Muck, how does Sigil of Cleansing work on Amalgam since you don't swap weapons in combat? Tool belt. Sorry, not tool belt. What is it called? Toolkits, or any kits. If you are an engineer, swapping in or out of a kit will trigger sigils that trigger on weapon swap. However, always note that some sigils have a cooldown. So if the sigil says like 9-second cooldown and you swap into a kit, it'll go off, but then you swap out, and if it hasn't been 9 seconds, it's not going to go off again. So another example is, I believe, sigils that proc on weapon swap. I think for Revenant, they also proc on legend swap. You can correct me if I'm wrong, chat. And then for Elementalist, it's on element swap. Was there a patch today? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. Yeah, I like my lighthouse project, but I wish all these shrubs and stuff were not destroyed. Restore to default. Like, it makes it look a little less dead. So I would have to use that one website or feature that he was talking about, the Blish HUD thing, to combine the lighthouse with what's already here, I think. Baggy Waggy slots are on sale. Let's see. Oh my god. Okay, hold on a sec. Thank you much for the build help, sure. Giveaway vault. Whoa! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Rather embarrassing to mistype my own username. Ta! Serbia from Serbia. Do you have room in your guilds? Yeah. Hold on. Where's the copy pasta? Where's the copy pasta? There it is. Okay. All right. And guess I'll make some more Homestead stuff here. Let's see. I don't know what's most cost efficient, so I'm just going for speed here. Is there anything else here that's 2x? That one is. Dude, how many more are these gonna get? Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. That's done. All right, we already did metal. Let's look at logging. What's the fiber for? I don't know. It's to make some stuff for the homestead, I think. Okay, there we go. My new annoying daily activity is done. At least the next couple days. Then it'll take a while to make this script, and then to get it over to Red, get it approved, and then start recording, and then I can whip up the lighthouse at a moment's notice then. Okay. So let's do some rough bullet points here. So GW2Homes note. Alright. Why would you... Let's see, what service does this website provide? How to use the website. Go over search functions. Functionality, that's fine. Hold on, we're just breaking this down into bullet points right now, chat. See, all right. So you find something you like. How to use the website. Oh, you know what we never talked about with Red is how to upload something to the website. We only talked about how to steal ideas from the website. Share Homestead. What would you like to call it? The best. Describe your homestead. Tags. Okay. Comments. No file. Downloadable. Media. Okay, got it. Alright, that's not too bad. Let's see. How to upload a homestead. How to download a homestead. how to see what you are missing to make it. There's using Guild Wars 2 efficiency to make stuff. How to set up an API key. Suggestions we gave Red is that section. Okay, so chat, just rough bullet points. Is there anything else that we would like to see in a video guide for using this website? So just rough bullet points. Like each of these would become like a paragraph of text later. Plug their Discord, absolutely. Plug their Discord community for questions and interaction. Vikings. Those are dashes, not bullets. Go to your room. Hey, Mike, how's it going? What's up, Lacquer? Isn't the reset weekly? Dude, it's been so long since I've done this. Like, this stuff, like buying Homestead metal, is that weekly? Oh, damn. You might be right. Homestead upgrade or trade capacity. Homestead upgrade. Oh, wow, I never did this. Alright, so I can get more here. Okay, did I ever do that for lumber? Okay. Yeah, as you can tell, this is not something I ever really fiddled with before. Is there any more? That one's X2. Glad I have all these weird materials from farming homesteads and stuff in the past. Guild halls, things like that. Okay. Let's see. What was the other main component of the lighthouse? Ominous Fortress Wall. So, and that's from Homestead Recipe Book Halloween Volume 5. Is there any way to get that outside of Halloween? Can I get it from that merchant in Lion's Arch when it's not Halloween? Okay, so let's go to Lion's Arch. Well, let me see if I can get at least like the chunk of this lighthouse done. So I'm gonna go visit the Skrid over there. Are you going to cover the importing XML steps in your video? I'm going to cover how to download a homestead, which includes like how to download the file, find where to put the, let's see. So, download file, find location on where to place file, move it to that location, load file in game. So I need to cover those bullet points. Eventually you have a bank and inventory full of homestead mats. Mm-hmm. Same with upload. I suppose so. I would imagine when you upload the file, it's in the same spot? Because we didn't really cover that with red. I imagine it's in the same spot. Like you would probably go to Homestead, instead of clicking load, you click save. I would imagine it makes a file in that same folder, which for me is on freaking OneDrive. And then you go there and copy that to the website. Okay, so I'm looking for recipe book Halloween 5. Got it. Okay. So I should know how to make spoopy walls now. So we need 35 ominous fortress walls. I can make 8. Oh, I need more mortar, that's why. I can make 19 right now. Alright, let's see what that does. Let's save layout. Haunted lighthouse. You just change it to Google Drive? Maverick, I don't know how to change it. It's like I mouse over this and it shows where it's saving. I don't know how to change that save location. Progress. That's what we got right now. Looks like a weird spaceship or something. You'll be glad to hear I have just sent you today's homework. Unsubscribe. Okay. That's it. Are we going to space, Muck? I guess so. What did you... Hold on. Where did you send it to me? Why is this? It's not on Twitch. It's on Discord? How to export a layout. Oh my god. Alright. I think this guild hall is Windswept Haven. Hang on. Oh god. Red, you're such a punk. You're such a punk! Danish punk. Hang on. Are you going to cover how to merge XML files? I don't know if I'm going to cover that in this video. Because Red didn't teach me that. He just said someone else made a tool that can do that. So I can't teach that. Alright. Go to the guild hall. Open the guild panel. Click the storage tab. Then decorations. Click layouts in the top right. From there you can save it. Windswept. There's a little icon in the layout window you can hover to see where the file saves. Send the file to me. Wait, this didn't go to the same folder. Oh, guild halls. So are you gonna steal all my decorations? Yes. What a Danish punk. Alright, there you go. It's done. We not to brag or anything, but we have holograms on the walls in here. This guild hall, Red, is like it's got permissions that I think anyone can decorate. So every time I come in here, it's different. It's just chaos. I let them do whatever they want in here. It's just absolute chaos. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure this bridge is not usually here. I'm very used to using this bridge, but somebody made this just to get to the nodes faster. I've also got the teleporter, too. Alright. Cool. We're done in there. My voice. Steel makes it sound wrong. It's a non-standardized private acquisition. Oh, okay. It's funny. It's funny you mentioned that. In the next episode of Craftlock, there's a moment where Tybalt, in combat, he deploys an Asuran anti-personnel turret. And I was just like, where did you get that? Where did Tybalt, a Char engineer, get an Asuran anti-personnel turret? You forgot to tell us, spoiler alert? I didn't tell you that he doesn't get to fulfill his dream of going to Hawaii. I just talked about a turret. Obliges. Adane gets Mukluk's home, and Trump will get Greenland. What a day to be alive. That wasn't my home. My home had nothing, Charlie. Nothing. Is it true that Tybalt is the only survivor and the rest of the characters die at the end? How sad. Yeah, that's what I heard. Hey, Mugga Chat, any estimate when VOE will be on sale? It's their newest expansion. Probably not for like 10 months or something. And the first sale it'll be on will be like 10 or 20% off, I would imagine. Okay. Let's do blues. All right. After work, I'm going to a Walmart to buy a stick for Homestead files. They can't take up that much space. I don't see anything but the purple balls in that inventory. You're after Charmon's own heart. Alright, and the yellows. Okay. And get the weird consumables. I did not mean to open these. Meant to put them in the bank. Whoops. Alright, and salvage the yellows. Mug, do you see Attack on Titan? I never got around to seeing, like, I watched the first couple seasons, and then I kind of got bored of it. Like, it became like Attack on Politics by the end, right? Like that, it's like the further you go in the show, the less Titans there are, and the more political it gets. So I kind of got bored like halfway through it, but yeah, I've seen a few seasons of it. There's like a lot of shows like that, like the Avatar, which then, you know, Korra, that one was like really political. And then there was, what is it? Tenga Tapa Durin Lagan. Yeah, my drill will pierce the heavens. You know, that one, like the last season was all like politics. Like there's so many shows that like the good guys save the world and then they become like government officials, and then the last season's just like the most boring thing. Don't forget about sending me that 1K in gold. Darth, what? Didn't you hit me with like 20 comments yesterday? What do you mean I owe you 1K gold? Thing is, AOT doesn't get boring. Well, no, like, I stopped watching it because I got bored. Like, boredom is in the eye of the beholder. I got bored. So, I mean, maybe I should, try it again sometime. But yeah, I put it down and I haven't done that in a while. I hate you with 30 subs, but the gold was for how much you enjoy my viewership. Oh, okay. The subs were very kind of you. I had a lot of fun at Riftbreaker last night. It was good to know that I still got it. And that all of the times that we've recently been defeated, it was the other multiplayer players' faults. It's good to be reminded of that. Okay, I don't really care about any of these. I'm just going to take the first thing on the list just for the skin. Rude. Oh, hi, Flute. All right, Flute. While it's just you and me here, let's just say it was Nog's fault. Dude, the worst part, though, was, like, some of those Omegas. Like, I made that second base at one point, and I was defending it on one side, and then the other side just got punched in and destroyed. I'm like, okie dokie. All right. Oh, man. Did you finish that rhythm game? Yes. Dude, if you didn't see... Hold on. I gotta show this off if you didn't see this. If any of you didn't see it. The final boss of Rhythm Doctor was a 15-minute boss fight. And this was the couple of minutes of it that caused me... Hi. Hi-bye. Hi-bye. This was the couple of minutes of it that, I had to try over and over and over for like 3 hours before I got this, chat. This took me longer than Elden Ring bosses. Hang on. Is this a game? Yeah, it's a game. Looks like a computer virus. Yeah, it does. Oh my god. Please, no more. Dude, it took me like 3 hours to get past that. That was a game? Yeah, so it's mostly one button. But it has very precise timings. You're having to hit it on certain beats. So it's like every 7th beat, you have to hit it. And also, there's other sound effects that are going off. Like, hang on. This, you have to hold the button here and release it here. When you hear the doot, 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 you have to match that. Tick, tick, tick. So doot, 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 that's 3 inputs. That's a hold. That's 4 inputs. That's a hold. That's 3 inputs. That's hold. And then that's a... And so when it goes dut, dut, then you go dut, hit. That's a freeze. So that's a delayed input. Hold. Quad input. Triple input. Dut, dut, dut. 4th input. So... Yeah, so you can kind of tune out most of the visual and mostly do it with sound, but chat, this was like learning parry timings. Like, I felt like I was doing the parries in like Dark Souls or Elden Ring. But yeah, dude, I was so proud of myself when I beat this. So, like, it started out as this like cutesy little game, and this was how it ended. Yeah, it was crazy. It was fun, but I did not do any of the bonus content. I was like, that was cool. I'm adding that to my resume. I'm never touching this again. It was absolutely bonkers. Okay. MuklukYoutube is bullying me. Darth Flute is allowed to bully people. The music is pretty good. It was, yeah. Is it difficult or BS difficult? I found it challenging. Like I said, like that was the tough part of a 15-minute song. And there was plenty of other moments in the song that were, you know, kind of rough, but that was the hard part, and it took me 3 hours to get through that. Let's see. A little bit, the 4th season of Shingeki no Kyojin really got packed, and the ending is questionable. Yeah, because of just social media, I've seen the ending of Attack on Titan. So I know about, like, the rumbling and Eren goes off the rails or something like that. But, like, there was a bit in the middle where it was just all, like, humans versus humans, and I got bored. I was like, it's not Attack on Human. What is this? So I would have to push through that to get to the end of it. I downloaded the XML file for people's Homestead layout on GW2. Where do I put it? Alright, so I am Forever69. If you go into your Homestead, and on the right-hand side, click the gear and hit, like, Load Files, there's a window that pops up, and near the bottom left of that window, you can mouse over a thing, and it'll tell you where on your computer to put the file. Monk, if I download the game from Steam, can I play with my original account, or is it not bound? No. If you had a standalone client account in the past, you cannot make that account become a Steam account. You can make a new Steam account if you want, but they were separate. Imagine playing the Rhyme game using the Goose desktop game. It's a goose that brings you stuff. It could steal your mouse pointer. No. How does one access the new Homestead area? Go to your normal Homestead, talk to the bear there, Def Lahar, and tell him you want to change to the other one. What about Vinland Saga? I have read, I think, all of Vinland Saga. I haven't watched it, but I really enjoyed it, so I'd probably love it. Same thing with Solo Leveling. I've read all of Solo Leveling. I know the whole story. I know how it ends. I haven't watched the anime. I've seen that it got really good reviews, so I'd probably love it, but I just haven't gotten around to that. Can you repeat that? Forever. Okay, hold on, chat. There's a guy in chat that doesn't know how to use the pause or the rewind button. I'm going to answer his question real quick. Is it worth it? I had all the mounts in the original account. I would just reinstall with the standalone client. I would not start over if I were you, unless you just really like the idea of a fresh start. Alright, so, gear, load, mouse over this, and it tells you where on your computer the files are. That's it. Have you heard of Orb on the Movements of the Earth? No. Let's see. Okay, we're about 3 hours in. Chat, give me a minute. I am going to do a quick bio break. I will be right back. Okay, let's see. Darth says, Muck, you can download the Steam Guild Wars 2 game on the Steam Deck and then force it to launch as a standalone client. I don't know anything about that. Hey, thank you very much. Could I get fresh water? Thanks. My wife just brought me lunch, chat. Sausage and potatoes. Outlook, have you seen Sirma Gaming vid about problems with boons in Guild Wars 2? If yes, what's your opinion? Sirma Gaming? No, I have not seen it. Hang on.
What is the best?
What's he got? I made a Guild Wars 2 website to make your life easier. Busted solo. I love Guild Wars 2. He's got a lot of videos. No, I don't immediately see the video that you're talking about. I do not know. I will say boons absolutely have problems. The system is not perfect. I agree that it's not perfect. I do not know if I agree with his stance on it because I don't know his stance on it. Excuse me. When is the gem store reset? 8 minutes? Hey, thanks. Gem store... Usually... Okay. They don't have a set time. On Tuesdays, it's usually around noon. That was 50 minutes ago. So... But they sometimes do it as late as, like, 2, which would be, like, an hour from now. That's Eastern Standard Time. As if you mean, like, the Wizard's Vault resets, there's timers up here, and the next major one is in 28 days. Nerf boon application, make combo fields great again. Still a plus gamer for last week? Yeah. I didn't see anything brand new here. There's a few sales and stuff, but... Okay. Do I need to buy all the past expansions to keep up with the game? Or can I just buy the last one and later the others? I stopped playing in ROF. You can just... Okay, I would say just play them in order. First of all, you do not need to buy all of them immediately to catch up. The max level of the game is the same, whether you have the base game or whether you have all the expansions. So, the expansions just give you more content to do. You can just play through the content you own, then buy the next thing, play through that, then buy the next thing, and so on, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is not like World of Warcraft, where, you know, everyone's in expansion 10, and when you're in expansion 1, you go there and it's just dead and no one else is there. It's not like that. Muck, do you have a DPS Alacrity Scriptmancer video? I have not yet been able to force myself to sit down and do an I tried on Antiquary. I just... Man, I hate to breathe the same air as that thing. What legendary would you suggest I work toward after I get the amulet? If you do !legend in my chat, that pulls up all of the legendary guides that I have made for Guild Wars 2. The two that are the easiest is Acacia Legendary Gloves from Fractals. And if you have Living World Seasons, the Season of the Dragon Amulet. So, if I were on a new account, those are the two I would do first. Scriptmancer, I can be a script. No, there's a thief build that summons a script to help you steal stuff. It's like a... It's just like a graphic. It's not even a real pet. Yeah, so if you've already got the amulet, I would go for the gloves if you don't have them yet.
I want to stand in the fire just so you don't get bored.
That reminds me, I need to unpause the alerts. I paused them because someone interrupted Red earlier. So thank you, as always, for the bits and subs. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, I had them on pause, and they're resuming now.
Keep up the GW2 content, my friend.
I'm trying. Thank you. Well, my lighthouse needs a bit more time, chat. Needs a bit more time to cook. Couple more weeks at this rate. Still 15 minutes till my rice is done. I'm dying of hunger. Eat some candy. Alright. Let's go here. Alright, so just chilling for a few minutes, chat. We've been talking with Red for the last 3 hours. I am currently eating my lunch if anyone just tuned in, answering questions, stuff like that. So not a lot of combat for the next few minutes. It's a bit more than a floating ring, at least. Yeah. Yep. Muck becoming Homestead aficionado. Well, I'm gonna be honest. The tools in the Homestead that you use to place things and move them around and stuff, I don't think they feel good to use. But if I can just collect stuff and copy someone else's blueprints, sure. Next Muck will be hooked on fishing. Nice day for fishing, ain't it? Any recommendations for Spirit Shard farm? Spirit Shards you get anytime you fill the XP bar after you're already max level. So you could grind, you know, Rift Hunting, you could do metas, make sure that you've got boosters and like Guild Hall buff active to increase the XP you're getting per hour. Those are the usuals. Don't feel good to use skill issue? I guess so. Rift Hunting Tier 1, Must Bourbons is OP for Spirit Shards. Must Bourbons? I like 1,000 Spirit Shards. Well, me too, but I've got thousands of hours in the game, so... I got 12K of them right now. Hi guys. Hi Kale. Do you play a lot? Less than I used to, but I've got almost 10,000 hours on my account, so over a very long period of time I've played a lot. Muck, is there a way to get rid of Imperial Frags, Bloodstone Dust, and Dragonite ore? Growler, you need converters. I'm going to show you an example here. You see this? This, I can spend 250 dust to get a loot bag. Things like this. If you do exclamation convert in my chat, it'll pull up a guide on getting these. That's what you need. Kay Leona suggests for getting Spirit Shards, you can buy the food for your mounts and give them once a day, and it fills the XP bar up very quickly. If I buy VOE, can I get the Homestead without having Janther Wilds? No. They said that, this is their words, they said that the Homesteads are a Janther Wilds feature. So buying Janther Wilds unlocks that feature. But if you have VOE, you get an additional Homestead option if you want it, which is the island. Good afternoon. Hello, Jinxie. We're just eating lunch right now and chatting for a minute. We just finished a almost 3-hour call with Rediche about homesteads. Spicy sausage? Not really spicy, no. It's, hang on. I don't care if you see. So it's like diced up potatoes and sausage bits. And seasoned with something. My wife made it last night. I think there might be garlic in there. This is leftovers from a tasty meal she made yesterday. Lunch. Random question, is it worth it to spin the mats to upgrade the rifts if you're farming for essences? Is it worth it? I mean, I guess it depends. Do you need... Like, which essences do you need? Right? So, hang on. So, like, if you need Masterwork Rift Essence... How do I have 0 of these? If you need Masterwork Rift Essence or Rare Rift Essence more than you need Fine Rift Essence, it's probably worth it. But if you're just doing, like, Rift Hunting just for XP or something, then maybe not. They're in your wallet now. Then why is there space in my storage for them? There's spaces there. That makes me angry. There. Anyway, those. So, it depends on the reason you're doing Rift Hunting. If you need the items, then yeah, boost the thing. If you just need XP, I don't think it matters. For people who haven't converted them. Confusing. Is Rift Hunting the best XP farm for Soto Masteries? If you're just hunting rifts back to back to back to back to back, it's very good. It's tedious. I find it gets old very quickly. But yeah, pop some XP boosters, get the XP boost from your guild hall, do a bunch of rifts, it's very fast. They were put there for a bit, but the rate you got was too high. I remember when Lord Hyzen was about to craft the entire set of obsidian armor in one go, and he had a character with like 300 inventory slots, and they were all full of essences. It was crazy. You need them for Legacy Way? Yeah. Literally meat and potatoes? Yeah. MuklukYoutube is going bye-bye for one damn year. Yeah, holidays do that. And if you're lucky enough, you'll survive until the next one. Last day to farm the diamonds. I have farmed 0 diamonds this Winter's Day. I didn't do... Like, the only Winter's Day stuff I did was when I was showing Nagura the game. What are we doing? I'm just chatting right now. I'm finishing up lunch, and then I'll get back to the gameplay after that. So just answering questions and chatting at the moment. Let's see what's going on right now. Tida. Don't know if anyone's doing this right now. Take a look. What's the capital of Mongolia? New York. I said I was answering questions, didn't say I knew the right answers. When and what is the next in-game holiday? April is Super Adventure Box. Is there something before SAB? Lunar New Year. There you go. How long are you planning to stream every day? I stream for 5 hours every evening, and on weekdays I also stream for 4 hours in the morning. So we're almost done with our morning show right now. I stream a total of 55 hours per week. Which is really stupid of me. Ha. Muck, is there a continuation for Trust Issues? I'm still working on finishing the edited series for Trust Issues, for Craftlock. I've actually sent episode 6 off to Noxxi to edit it, and working on the script for 7. So there's still more edited episodes to come out. Wow, I just got clocked. Holy crap. Master Res. I was like, hi, Tida. Bye, Tida. Stream more hospitals need to get paid. What are your 2026 predictions for Guild Wars 2? I don't know. Mighty Teapot pointed out that they did not, they did not announce what the next expansion is yet. So that could mean that they are working on another project. Or it could mean that they are... they just haven't announced it yet, and they are in fact working on the next Guild Wars 2 expansion. Did you get the Snow Diamond ornament recipe? No, I didn't. Boom. Alright, cool. It would be kind of stupid to kill the cash cow, golden goose, or whatever. We've seen like other series do exactly that. Well, it's a matter of like, dude, they're making an expansion a year. That's a lot of work. And they've done it for 3 years. Do they want to continue doing that? I have no idea. And we know their studio is working on something else, but we don't know what it is because of that job listing thing a while back. But are they ready to unveil their next project, or will they continue with their yearly expansion cycle? No idea. Like, I love their studio, but they do have a history of, like, saying, this is what we're doing from now on, and then they stop. Like... we're going to keep doing massive expansions. We stop. We're going to do living world stuff. And then we stop. This isn't a living world. This is a saga. This is the Icebrood saga. This is the new thing. We're going to make saga. And then they stop. We got dungeons. We stop making dungeons. We make dragon response mission. We stop making dragon response missions. We're not going to do that anymore. You know, we do raids. We're done doing raids. We're going to make strikes. We're done doing strikes. We're going to doing raids again. Like, there is countless examples of them starting like a new workflow and then abandoning it. So are they going to continue the yearly expansion stuff or start a new thing? I don't know. Either one could be true.
A judicious decision on your part. Tida Covington is gone, she has indubitably left treasure, and I'm just the one to find it. If you'll accompany
Probably depends on who's on top. Oh yeah, of course.
20 minus my fee of
It absolutely does.
professional levy. We'll discuss it.
But as far as predicting what's going on this year, I have no freaking idea. Still my favorite MMO. But yeah, I'm very critical of it for that reason. Go here, this one's easy. Okay. Let's try that again. I mean, there's other game modes too. Like, in the 6 years, maybe 7 that I've been making content for Guild Wars 2, they have not ever added a new World v World or PvP map. They've done some balancing, but they have never added a new map to those game modes in the time that I've been here. So, you could almost say that they abandoned those game modes, but they do, you know, do balancing from time to time. Push? No, Conquest. I'm sorry. If I wasn't clear on that, let me clarify. The Conquest game mode and the World v World game mode. Not Stronghold, not Push. So you're right, they did make Push. I should mention that. Desert map is older than 7 years. Yeah, I came into the game when I started being a content creator for the game. It was in the middle of Living World Season 4, so it was after Path of Fire. So the most recent World v World map was already added at that time. I think it'd be interesting if they had Capture the Flag. They do have a Capture the Flag mode. It's an unranked map. The flag feels really clunky to use. It doesn't feel nearly as smooth as, like, for example, Warsong Gulch and WoW's flag, but it does exist. Muck's at the grunting meta. Look forward to it. Finishing up my lunch. This was like 10% too much food. But I don't want to put 3 bites back in the fridge. So I'm about to suffer. Give the 10% to Chip. I would have to do some Googling. I don't know if this is safe for a cat. Just grow? I will, in the wrong direction. Muck, recommend a good anime series? The one I'm enjoying the most right now is, Gachiakuta. I'm gonna type it in chat. It's like that. Oh, if you haven't watched that one yet, that one's really good. The actual scenes in that are insane. Muck, Google is 2027 next year. Dude, I don't want that in my search history. That's stupid. I'll do it in incognito mode. That's how you use incognito, chat. For asking really stupid questions you don't want people to know that you had to ask. Like, is the moon real? Is 2027 next year? Wait, what? No, 2027 is not next year. Since the current year is 2026, 2027 will be the year after next, with 2028 being next year as years progress sequentially. Huh? This is why RAM prices are so high? Why'd you show me this? Now I'm mad. This is like, have you ever seen those things, they go up to people in the street and they like put a mic in their face, they ask them just some really simple question, and when they're on the spot they can't answer? That's that. Like, name a continent. New York? That's not a continent. The United States? That's not a continent. It's not a continent? That's not a continent. That's... Your ISP still knows? I don't care if they know. I used to use incognito browser a lot as a teenager. You must have been Googling a lot of dumb questions. No, I didn't hit it in time. If you say think carefully is 2027 next year, it works now. The think carefully part makes the AI use more computing power to answer. Dude, it shouldn't. It should take a drop of computing power. Your clock in the corner already knows the date, and it knows next year's date. It's time.
Let's do this.
Oh. 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 Ugh. Ugh. You guys think this is weird? Imagine my wife in the other room like, what's he doing? Buck practicing his voice acting? No one's hiring me for this. Muck directly to the Foley room. That room was pretty cool. Oh, he didn't charge. He faked me out.
Step right out.
Who's that? Cam, thank you for the prime. Appreciate that. Bring it! Thanks, I've been watching YouTube vids, returning player. You're very welcome. Thank you for the support. Wow, because I gave myself some barrier, no, because he was going to spin away. But because of the level squish, I got like 10 barrier. It was so little. So it really hurt.
With that son of Svanir defeated, the elemental lost its traction in our world, as I predicted. And Zormite's
All right. Oh my god. Hi. For the Emperor indeed. Hi, Invictus. Now chat's away. Mm-hmm. The ASMR portion's over. Let's see if anyone's doing this. Not at the moment. Give it a shot. Miss and Monsters meta. I'll give it a minute and see if people join up. See if they're interested. Gonna break some Titan angles. Inject some Nurgle into this chat. Ew. I don't want Nurgle injecting anything into nobody. It is fun to play Nurgle in Total War, though. I actually just finished a Slanesh win on Legendary difficulty. There were lots of whips. My son loves Total War Warhammer. He's excited about the 40k version. Yeah, me too. Me too. I like Warhammer Fantasy a bit more than sci-fi, but sci-fi is my second favorite. So, I am down to play that once it comes out for sure. There's also Dawn of War 4, so there's two 40k RTSs that are on the way. Currently trying out Valkia the Bloody. Oh, she's a Warrior of Chaos. Yeah, I think the Warriors of Chaos are possibly my favorite faction to play in the game. It's their whole thing where like the units kind of level up, or they're almost like Pokemon, because it's like, you know, you'll have a Marauder, and then if it stays alive long enough through enough battles, you can upgrade it to a Chaos Warrior, and if it stays alive long enough, it can become a Chosen. Then if it stays alive long enough, you could like dedicate it to a god. It could be a Chosen of Nurgle, stuff like that. So it's like, whereas, you know, other factions, you disband the weak units, then hire new of the higher level units, and then you got to pay for them, and they're level 1 again. I really like how the Warriors of Chaos, the units just kind of like, you know, tier up into the new thing. Like, you can turn, like, you know, trolls into armored trolls or bile trolls. You know, just, like, your dude on horse can become, like, knight on horse can become a Zinch cavalry unit, which is, like, on a flying surfboard. Like, the tier-up thing is really nice. I still think the Skaven actually worship Nurgle. The Skaven worship the Horned Rat, which I think in the end times they actually manifest it and it becomes a god or something. I haven't read any Warhammer books, but I've heard a little bit about this. I do know that a lot of the Marauders of Norska do worship the Chaos Gods, but they don't know they are. Like, they worship the Crow, but the Crow's actually Nurgle, and they worship the snake, but they don't know the snake is Slanesh. Like, they worship the 4 animal spirits, but it's kind of like the Sons of Svanir. They don't know that the animal they're worshiping is actually the bad guy. If you play the Vortex campaign in Total Warhammer 2, you actually see the Horned Rat in the background when you play Skaven. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I never played... Total War Warhammer 3 was my first Total War Warhammer game that I got into. So I bought 1 and 2 when they were on sale, purely because they unlock more content for 3, but I've never actually played 1 and 2. Should ANET make an update now that Jormag is dead for a few years and tell them the good name Sons of Armene? Well, no, because keep in mind, when you go back to a zone in Guild Wars 2, you're going back to that point in time, right? It's like, if you go back to, like, the really early zones, people are talking about Zaitan, the dragon threat, you know? You go to Heart of Thorns and Mordremoth is a problem still. It's just the way that this game is designed. When you go visit an area, you're going to the time where that area was a thing. So they don't really need to go back and update the Sons of Svanir. We're going to need people in the bottom left at Greer for this. You're a time traveler, Harry? Yeah. When does a Winter's Day end? 1 hour. You could see it up here in the top right. Are you watching anything else besides Gachi Akuta? I watch a lot of YouTube. What are the other animes I watched recently? Clevitas, Tugen Anki, Sakamoto Days Season 2. This one I don't recommend. One I don't recommend. Elusive Samurai was a trip. Is there anything else? There's like 3 here I watched that honestly I watched them and I'm like, I wouldn't even recommend them to you. It's just like, it's the shtick where like the character gets so strong that there's like no pushback, right? Like, you're never worried about their well-being, you know? It's just like, they become too strong, and it's just like, okay, this is kind of boring now. And not in like a One Punch Man kind of way. Like a, oh, isn't my character so neat kind of way. It was just kind of cliche. Like One Punch Man? No, like not One Punch Man. Well, not the newer one, but at least it had like amazing animation and stuff. Like one of them was called, what was it called? Watch the Hero Without a Class. Who even needs skills? And it was about a world where everyone gets a class when they turn 10 years old, like a knight or blacksmith or something like that. And one guy doesn't get a class, so he has to learn the old-fashioned way. And he learns that because he doesn't have a class, he's not restricted to one use of skills. So, like, he sees a swordsman do a slash, and he learns the slash, but he has to practice it. You know, he doesn't just learn it, but he can learn from anybody else. And by the end, he's the master. He's like, it's a Skyrim pro tag. By the end, he's the master of like 15 schools of magic, and he's a grandmaster sword saint, and just all this. And it's just like, he never, like, after he's like 6 years old, he never faces any kind of pushback ever again. So I got kind of bored halfway through that, and I just, it was, what's the thing where you keep watching something just so you don't waste the time you already spent on it? Like lost time fallacy or something? Like, that's what made me get through that one. Sunk cost fallacy. Yeah, sunk cost fallacy. That's what got me through it, is he, like, there's one point where he gets in a fight at like age 10 or something, and he loses, and he never loses again. Like, it's not even close. And I was just like, okay. Sunk anime fallacy, yeah. There's another one I watched called My Gift Level 9999 Unlimited Gotcha Backstabbed in a Backwater Dungeon. I'm out for revenge. that whole thing. And that one is like, it's like, absolutely the main character gets too OP, right? But he's trying to get revenge on the people that wronged him. And it's a pretty good revenge story. If you like seeing like evil people get their due, it's that. But, you know, they don't stand a chance. Like, once he finds them, they do not stand a chance. But that one was pretty good, despite the he gets so OP thing. Muck, I've heard of a new anime this season called Sentenced to be a Hero. If you're interested. I watched first episode, looks amazing. Oh, that sounds cool. Never seen that. Yeah, one that was that I still have a bookmark for that I finished that was really good was Elusive Samurai. It was it's about a kid who is like forced to fight adults for his life, and he is really, really good at dodging and running away. So his whole thing is just like land one blow and then just like bounce all over the place until the enemy tires himself out. It is a really silly, it was a good watch. It was a good watch. Muck, you skip over the worst part of does the hero need skills? He upgrades the skills the people who know him or see him use it won't even train to strengthen their... there was one, but yeah, it was pretty silly. Yeah, I think that's everything I've watched like anime-wise in the last like month or so, and then, you know, lots of YouTube videos. The Daffy Duck fighting style. It was, hold on. Elusive Samurai fight scene. Again, like, it gets crazy, because, again, it's a kid. Where is that one crazy video? Hang on. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Okay, I found it. All right, let me see if I can get this to load. All right, there is red. All right, there is blood. Okay? So in this scene, he cuts the other guy's arm. So the guy, you know, like where your wrist is. So the guy's losing blood, and he's trying to catch this kid, right? And the kid is gone like super high on adrenaline. And the guy is losing blood, so he's seeing stuff. But he is seeing this kid just bounce all over the place. So again, the whole thing is the kid, for some reason, he gets like an adrenaline high on being like close to danger. And so the kid just like lands one blow, and then anytime the guy tries to like bandage his arm, the kid like acts like he's gonna go back in. So the guy's like, okay, I gotta keep fighting. And the blood that's like all over the room is the guy like slashing wildly at the kid and splashing all over the. Yeah, it's it's a fun watch, but it's bloody. The kid's like the child of a shogun or something, and he's like the last of his family, so they're trying to hunt him down. I hope they make more. There was only one season, and I watched the whole season of that, and it was crazy. Let's see, we got 2 minutes before this starts. I see a crowd of people at Greer. Hopefully we have enough. Sentenced to be a hero first episode. It's like 50 minutes. Hold on. All right, I have opened a tab. I'll check it out later. Thanks. That one is different. I don't know anything about it. Someone just recommended it. I don't know, what's the description? A dark fantasy light novel series following criminals sentenced to be a penal military unit. Like, so Suicide Squad? To fight a Demon King's army with the main character a convicted goddess killer. What? You just... Yeah, I killed God. Straight to jail. That certainly sounds pretty wild. They come to dance in the rain. Rise of the Shield Hero is good. Forgot about that one. I think I watched season 1 of that. And, you know, they did more later on, and I haven't seen what came after that. Like, I think I watched up until the point where there was, like, a giant turtle or something. And they were trying to stop some, like, massive turtle. And I lost track of it. Dance in the rain. Hey, Mike, I haven't been able to catch stream in a while. I hope you're doing well. What's up, Topal? I'm doing all right. I hope you're good as well. I liked an old one called Log Horizon, but the writer quit. Oh, that's always a bummer. However, it does make me think of Game of Thrones, where they started the show, and they told the guy, like, hey, you're going to finish the book by the time we get to this point, right? He's like, yeah. And he didn't. And then they had, like, the worst ending ever. Like, I don't know, just make something up. He still hasn't finished the book? Yep. Just going to Spirit of Nature right there. Get all of them up at once. That guy will get up after a delay, I think. Yeah, there we go. Spirit of Nature pulses again after like 4 seconds, so it can do another round of reses. Oh boy, I was in an animation. That was close. My Mace 3 locks me in place for a moment. I was in the middle of it when that red circle appeared on me. Wow. Spirit of nature. Boop. That was a lot of people standing in the red. Well, an attempt was made. I think Mystic Mister is going to need to go to the waypoint. One person actually got knocked out of the res I was doing. I was like, res those 3 people. And Decim was like, not this guy. And knocked him out of it. Like, you should watch Tsukimichi Moonlit Fantasy. I have. I have to see if there's been any new episodes since I last watched it. But yeah, that one was good. Grimgar was also good. Grimgar? Is that? For a second I was reading Gengar, like the Pokemon. I was like, wait, what? Alright, I've not heard of Grimgar. That one messed with me. It messed with you? Man, when I think of an anime that messed with me, I saw Elfen Lied. If you're like a mean uncle and you want to screw up a kid, recommend that to them. That one is messed up. There's a lot of dismemberment in that one. Serial Experiment Lane, ask Gizmo. I had someone recommend me Serial Experiment Lane many, many years ago. I watched like 2 episodes. I was like, what the hell is this? And I stopped. So I didn't finish that one. I didn't get through it. Akira? Yeah, I saw Akira. How do you remember those things, Muck? I mean, I don't remember all of them, but like I've ingested a lot of media over the years, so some of them really stand out to me, right? Elfen Lied stand out to me because it was traumatic. Like, I couldn't tell you every anime I've seen, because at this point there's just so many, but like the ones that like really left a mark on me. Like, when I first started watching it, it was just on Toonami, you know, late night Adult Swim on Cartoon Network. And I was introduced to Outlaw Star, Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z. Like, all of that just aired in the evenings. when I was growing up, and that was the first, like, I didn't even know Japan existed then. I just knew the cool shows came on after, like, 10 p.m. I think it's pronounced lead, like the German lead song, like Elephant Lead. Maybe. I could be wrong on that. As a not German speaker, Guten Tag, I completely accept I could be saying something wrong. Grimgar made you feel sorry for the characters, then you started, like, killing them? You know what that description reminds me of? Overlord. There was a section of the story in Overlord where it follows, like, a human adventuring party, and you kind of start to like them, and then... then you get to a part where it goes back to the main character, who's a skeleton, and he's fighting them to the death. And it's just like... what? Like, there was that oh my god, dude, that cleric guy. There was a cleric guy that could, like, pray to his god for, like, spells. Like, you know, holy light and stuff. And he's like, I'm gonna mess with your head and make you think you worship a different god. I want to see if your magic still works. The guy's like, why would you do that? He's like, I'm curious. Science. It's just a little surgery. Have you seen Tugen Anki? Is that the one where it's like, Momotaros versus Onis? If so, yes. If not, then that's just a similar name. It kind of reminds me of a Dead Man Wonderland, where they can control their blood. Like, some of the people will, like, nick their thumb and then they can make, like, a blade come out of it, but others, like, you know, will fire it out like a bullet, but if they do too much, of course, then they pass out from blood loss. Like, they have all kinds of, like, weird blood-related powers. Like Vlad from League of Legends. How are we doing? Oh, we are doing fantastic. Yo, I have not had to do anything to lead this other than just make the squad. These people are doing fantastic. Just nature spirit here. Boop. Slash map. GG, y'all. Is this the Janthier Wild Convergence? No, this is the Janthier Wild's open world meta in Janthier Century. It's called Of Myths and Monsters. So we're on the open world map right now. Nice. All that sweet,
Much love.
Loot. You too, Elnor. Thank you. All right. Nice, 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 nice. I think fire elementals are on this time. Yeah, we could do fire element before I have to go. Haven't done much of Janthier Wilds yet. Only got as far as I needed to unlock the Homestead, so I don't know much about the maps. Gotcha. So, Nick, that is the second map. So, not too far into it. And every couple of hours, there's a meta where there's two Titans. What you saw was me fighting one of the Titans. There's two on opposite ends of the map, and they both have to die within, like, a time of each other. Like, when one dies, the other has to die within a minute or something. So we were fighting Decima, who's all about lightning. Greer is all about corruption, and he's at the other end of the map. And there was another bunch of people over at the other end fighting him. Other than that, dodge the red stuff, hit it till it drops. Akame Got Killed was a good show. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah. I think I read that whole one. Like, I read that one all the way to the end. And then I watched it, like, the first bit of it, and I really liked it, but I never got around to watching the end. Like, I know how it ends because I read it, but that was another show where they were not shy about killing off characters you got to know and love. Just sometimes it was like, oh, geez. Oh, they're gone. Does Fire Ellie drop anything special? No, I just really like world events. They're challenging enough that I can't just like go to sleep or I'll go downstate, but they're easy enough that I can just jump into it and I can do it while I'm chatting with you guys. And in this case, I've got about 10 more minutes, so. As it drops loot, I'm going to make money doing this, but I'm not really concerned with the amount of it. Hellsing Ultimate? Yeah, that was good. Is there a legendary coming with the patch in a month? Yes. Legendary ring. Then I have to make another guide. I only saw them in Wing 8. That was a long time ago. Yeah, Nick, they really recycled the Titans quite a bit. The Titans, like, you fight them in the story. They're in an open world meta. They're in a convergence, and they're also in the raid. And the convergence and the raid are basically the same thing, except they are, you know, one is 50-man and kind of easy, and one is 10-man and more difficult. I tried watching a show called Remy Alone in the World as a kid. Remy lives with his grandfather and his dogs and travels around France to give shows. Then his grandpa dies. The dogs get taken out one after another by wolves. What the fuck? They made Bambi's mother's scene look like a happy event. Oh my god. I remember seeing a picture once of a bunch of people like dressed up at like a con. And, you know, one was like the evil witch from Snow White, and one was like the witch from Sleeping Beauty, and basically every one of them was a Disney villain. And one of them was dressed as just a hunter. And people in the comment section under the picture were like, he's the only one who's ever actually killed anybody. The hunter's the worst one. Hunter, question mark. The joke was that it was the one that killed Bambi's mom. Almost made Muck say the word. I don't know what you're talking about. Spoiler alert. It's the opening 1 minute of Bambi. Shut up. Looking forward to the Leggy Ring. Yeah, the question, I'm assuming it's going to be open world. But on top of that, we don't know, is it going to be unique? For anyone who doesn't have them, one of the legendary rings in the game right now is not unique, and you can just get it twice. But the other one is unique, and you can only get it once. It will require 2.1 million karma. That's fine. I will say, was it Aurora that abruptly had a step that was like 800,000 karma? I remember that one shook me. It's like, I had enough, but I was like, I was not expecting this. Am I gonna need more? How much more am I gonna need? Do I need a million for vision? Like, I started like stressing out. Oh, no, I don't want to hear that out loud. Thank you for the... Thank you. You didn't catch me off guard that time. I don't want to hear that out loud. Thank you for the sub. You rude, crude, lewd piece of pre-chewed food, dude. I want to know. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. Hey everyone, hi Sam. I want to know too. You know what? Fine. You asked for it. You asked for this.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Sphink to Sniffer.
There you go. According to Twitch, that is an okay name to have on the platform. There you go. For all the people in YouTube chat screaming, play it, play it, play it, play it. Mega says, hi, I'm a returning player that last played during Path of Fire and see all the people with flying dragons now. Is it recommended to do the story for the longer full unlock or the shorter dragon unlock? Wiki says the shorter way doesn't give you access to all the mount abilities or something. What's up, Mega? Yeah, so there are 2 ways to get the sky scale right now. One is in Living World Season 4 after you have done Path of Fire and Living World Season 4. The other way is in Secrets of the Obscure. The Secrets of the Obscure way is faster. However, both of them will give you skills. So Path of Fire, Sky Scale, there's 3 skills you get from that. And Secrets of the Obscure, Flight Training, you get a bunch of skills from this. So super long term, you're going to want to do both. But there's no rush on that, you know? So I would say just, if you want the faster way and then do the longer way after, the faster way is the Secrets of the Obscure method. But if you're just doing the story in order, you could just get it the old method, and that's fine too. Just got back leaving it. What's up, Shane? All right. Cool. Let's head back. Thanks for the breakdown? Sure. It doesn't say which one sniff. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe they're dogs. Maybe they're just dogs. Dogs do that all the time. All right. What is this guy's name? Spiritual Daddy. God, freaking get me out of here. I'm not sure if you would like this type of anime. Ruri Rocks was quite enjoyable to me. Ruri Rocks anime. Let's see what comes up. Oh, this I have seen clips of this on Twitter. It's about geology, but the main character is very curvy. And there's a lot of, it's an anime, so you know, they have all of the special camera angles. and people are constantly like, I feel like I'm getting tricked into learning about quartz. I have seen so many memes about that one, but I didn't know what it was called. The cameraman of culture, yeah. Mike, I recommend Rock is a Lady's Modesty. What? This is a weird name. Rock is a Lady's Modesty anime. I notice I always do this off camera. I do not even recognize these characters. Okay, so I've never seen anything related to these. So they got like a band or something. I'll watch an episode. I'll see what I think. All right. Oh man. My voice is strained a little bit, so I'm glad to be going into break time. Chat, that's it. I am out of time. It is 2 p.m. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Hope you guys enjoyed that. We got to talk with Red, got to learn a bunch of cool features about homesteads that even I didn't know. That was pretty cool. And just some hanging out time. Hope you had fun. As always, please hit the follow button if you're on Twitch. Please subscribe if you haven't to my 2 YouTube channels. There's links to both in the chat. And a very special thank you to our patrons. I could not afford to do what I do without their help. And there's a link to that in the chat if you want to be a supporter. Shilling complete. Thank you for listening. I'll be back in about 5 hours for the evening stream. I'm going to raid someone now. Let me see who is live. You know, I think I've raided this guy one time before, and he's currently giving away some Guild Wars 2 expansions. I'm gonna raid Ryu and give him some support. Just try to make him feel really welcome in the community. I'll see you guys over there, and I will be back tonight.